Rushing in. All right, let's just go. Jumping in.
On here, but I just want to go over a few concepts, right? First of all, like I said, the world doesn't know the truth. The world is
Half and
full of
catch up.
sheep, right, who are in complete denial of basic reality. I have proven all the facts forever. My entire life, I've been proving the facts. I've proven the facts publicly. Like I said, I've spoken on tons of platforms all across the internet. I've done radio for, probably a decade and a half, comfortably at least. Okay. So back in the day, we used to get on here. We used to just, post our lifestyle and things we were doing. I was posting a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I did everything early when you were supposed to do it. I'm 36 now, I'll be 40 in 4 years. And that means nothing. My whole point is I'm ahead of every generation that is behind me and any generation that came before me. I'm ahead of all y'all. So, that's the thing. People want to still speak on the same people, the same names. Those are all Masons. Y'all want to talk about the same people. I mean, the minute that you're a Mason, right? I mean, I've explained what Masons do and what Freemasonry entails, so I would never need to repeat myself, correct? So folks got to catch up. You got to catch up to the rhetoric. You got to catch up to the program. You got to catch up to what's going on here. It's just simple as that. And if you don't, well, then you're just going to be behind, and you're never going to know what's being talked about or spoken upon, and you're never going to know the actual facts and the truth of the basic world that we're all in. You know what I mean? So I mean, do you want to embrace the truth or do you want to stand denial? It's the same concept as the Matrix, and a lot of people,
yeah,
literally, I've had people
notification
tell me
bot
straight
didn't
up what
post
it
it.
is
We're
that
13
apparently,
minutes
people are
behind.
not a fan of the truth. People don't want to hear the truth. Well, that's fine. I mean, you're going to hear it anyway. It was never a matter of what folks want. It was never a matter of what folks want to hear. Again, we're not here to cater to any of you. So, I mean, I thought this was understood. What we're here to do is bring in a whole new government, right, that will have the real leaders of today and the new generations, which is me. Okay, buddy? Yes, we are ushering in and bringing in the new government, right, that will completely run this country the right way. You understand? And we're going to create and provide actual opportunity for people. And we're already starting that because, it's already basically in effect and enacted. It's already happening because we're starting small and we're starting with these little neighborhoods and communities and we're fixing everything up as we go. See, there's no school for this. They can't teach you this. You got to pick up the pieces as you go. You understand, of the knowledge. You've got to learn this stuff as you go. So see, we're going through, and as we're going through, fixing up these neighborhoods and making communities safer and helping people, we're trying to build people and people of God. We're trying to wake people up to the fact that God is real. You understand? We're here doing God's will and God's work. There is never anything wrong. There is never a problem. Problems don't exist anymore. There is never a problem because there is no problem that God cannot handle, and that's a fact. See, people talk a lot, but you see, it's a lot different when you get a dude preaching like me who actually knows what he's talking about and backs it up and lives it. You understand? I'm walking with God. It's different. You understand? It's just like rappers. We always wanted to hear rappers that, people from the hood and the ghetto for real, like me. We wanted to hear rappers that spit what they live. We don't have that. We got dudes like Drake that came up on Degrassi in a wheelchair. You feel me, honey? And they got a dude from the suburbs who he was a big fan of Lil Wayne because we all know how he felt about Lil Wayne, right? Real talk. And that's the community that has a problem too and an issue and has made it very clear. And that community is weak and you got defeated. What now? As if that was a surprise coming up against a real man. What? Yeah, so like I said, they take, dudes like Drake, some, straight cowards that they know ain't about nothing and never been in the street ever. You know what I'm saying? And they take them and then they start trying to take lines from real gangsters like me, and then they got scrubs repeating my lines and my rhetoric. Y'all better catch up, little homie. This is why we were making these tracks. This is why we made all these diss tracks on Drake and Jay-Z. I got tracks that really, really digitalized, like really out there, like marketed. Like, what do you mean? Like I had tracks selling on every retailer and store digitally. Okay, what are you talking about? I didn't copy no one ever. I didn't bite nothing, but you all sure did. Because like I said, my folks is who created music. And it's proven by history. I mean, chronologically, you can go through. I've got spurs that jingle, jingle, jingle as I move right merrily along. And they say, oh, ain't you glad you're single? And that song ain't so very far from wrong. Oh, Marianne, oh, Marianne, oh, Marianne, oh, Marianne. Though we've done some moonlight walking, this is why I up in Rancy. I've got spurs that jingle, jingle, jingle.
That was up in Green Bay, Smuggy.
Now it's just the same thing in the opposite set, tone, and force with a bunch of dudes that wasn't in a hood or ghetto because the hood and ghetto got renovated when I was around 16 years old. So what you mean? What? So you got dudes that's in the cleaned up projects, which is basically the project version of the suburbs, little homie. You ain't heard. And they want to talk about this and that, and they block and they set. I don't respect none of you. And I come through like this, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? And y'all don't say nothing about it. Because you ain't about nothing. Like I said, so, that's my thing. People want to talk about the culture. We are the culture. We're bringing the culture back. Your culture got replaced by ignorance. I thought we went over this. See what I'm saying? So like I said, you got dudes that's in the renovated, suburbs that they call a project, and then they go pull one of them out and give them a fake little record deal. You can't see what that's compared to. They pull you out and then they say, oh, he made it. He didn't make it. He sold his soul. He's still broke and poor and in poverty, and now they just using him against you people that's still in the community. And you so silly, you want to cheer for your oppressor. Tell me when I'm lying. Then what happens is the prison industrial complexes who recruit them and get a hold of them, right? So then they start manipulating them. They make sure they keep them broke, right? And they have to work against the community they just got brought out of because it's the devil pulling all the strings and doing all this. And if they don't, well, you know how the devil does, right? That's what's happening when people are getting record deals. That's what's happening. Why do you think I ain't getting no record deal? I ain't getting a record deal because they know my soul ain't for sale and my soul priceless, little homie. Well, it never had to do with talent. I mean, I've proven that. Like I said, I've come up against actual rappers with record deals and I've won. I've outsold them locally in North Carolina and Charlotte. What do you mean? I told you there was dudes with record deals out there. They wasn't coming close to me. And everybody knew it. They said, he's the realest rapper I ever heard. They said, he's way better than this dude over here with a record deal. You know what I'm saying? You got a record deal. That's fine. I was making and spending 10 bands a month.
Howdy,
paid for probably, way more expensive than that and way more expensive than anything you had. And you was in college and I was in college. So, I mean, who was ahead of who? I had my soul. I always had my soul. You didn't. You sold out for pennies. That's what I'm saying. I was going to college with the same ones from the supposed culture, right? And they had already sold their soul. Y'all sell your soul for pennies all the time. That's why you're on all these YouTube ads, all these TV advertisements. All y'all do is sell your soul for free and pennies. Sorry, but what? You want to talk about facts, right? Like I said, folks want to say my name and act like they're saying anything about me. First of all, you got to be in a position to talk about me. You got to be somewhere near my level in league, right? Let's go over the facts here. You understand? Like I said, I'm talking facts. You understand? Anybody that feels some way because of the facts, man, that's sad, homeboy. Because facts don't change and your feelings ain't facts. You got to get out your feelings. Good. That's what they all been doing. That's why I talk about, I got a record deal. Yeah, and then you're going to go out there with your chains. What do chains represent, people? What do they represent? Think about the past. Think about what my family had. That's right. We run everything and own everything, right? So what do you mean? Think about the past. What does chains really represent, right? I'm a generational curse breaker. I done broke all the chains, baby.
15 minutes.
Y'all are silly. Yeah, that's why they give these rappers they fake chains. It's to symbolize what? Because they all in somebody's pocket, which is the devil's pocket. They all in the record label's pocket, and the record label is run by who? The devil. Not Leor Cohen. Leor Cohen was just another puppet. And what community is Leor Cohen a part of? Let's guess what his preference is. Y'all better start waking up, homie. They had a problem with Maserati Fox. They had a problem with Tupac. They had a problem with Biggie. Every actual straight rapper they seem to have a problem with, and you can't tell what community is doing all this and what community is of the devil. But y'all sponsor these parades in Austin, which would mean Austin supports that community and supports what they're doing, which is a sin. So what does that speak and say about Austin? Also, the symbol for UT and all these universities is the horns of the devil, right? And me, I went through what I went through and I got set up by Delos Dodds. So what do you mean? And he was the athletic director of the UT at that time. And I survived and bounced back and had more hits on the baseball all-star team for Western Hills Little League than anyone in the entire league. Talk about a comeback, brother. What do you mean? Y'all keep wanting to talk about UT and these universities and colleges. These colleges do the same thing. They're all under that demonic hypnosis. There's tons of evil, tons of illegal stuff, crazy stuff happening across the country in all these campuses. And you can't see that campuses are just government-owned businesses and that the government is who's creating and doing all these situations. Sorry, but what? While they have peons in the public that work for them, that they're literally paying off to do their little evil assignments like what they do, worrying about innocent folks. We better get it right, homie. What do you mean? Where's the confusion? What do you mean? Yeah, that's an establishment. That's part of the system. You understand? That's why I don't pay attention. I stay the hell away from campuses as much as possible when it comes to colleges or whatever. You understand? Because I know what it is. It's just another tool of the devil and it's another enterprise run by Satan. That's the fact, buddy. Yeah, all they want is their tuition money. It's all about money and finances, and those folks trying to make a come up like everyone, and then they want to pretend they have authority so they can tell you what to do. Like, who cares? It ain't real authority.
Right,
you know
the most hits in T-ball
within a business
back
or on
in the
the grounds
day.
of their business. That's it. Once you walk outside of the grounds of any campus or place or whatever, you no longer are under their fake authority. You feel me? So, and the fact is that you need Batman because there's all this stuff happening on these campuses. It's been happening for years. Are we ever going to talk about it again? It's all U.S. funded by the government. I mean, why are they not concerned about that? They want to fake freedom of speech. They want to fake have conventions and these things for all these so-called students to go to, but none of them have anywhere to actually speak the truth because everything you're doing is facilitated and fake while you continue to push an agenda that ain't helping none of them. So what's the point of it? Sorry, but what? Maybe at some point you'll wake up and understand what it is. These topics need to be talked about. They want to discourage you from talking about it. I mean, nothing and nobody is above reproach, buddy. So again, what do you mean? What happened with all these folks, right? What happened with Charlie Kirk happened on what? A college campus last I checked, right? But we're going to sit here and pretend that, again, that the U.S. government isn't who funded all these things? I'm sorry, but what? Kind of seems like anything the government has a hand in tends to be evil and sick and disgusting last I checked. Okay, it ain't coming from hood to hood that y'all are all scared of while you built your gated communities like in Mesquite, Texas, and you want to point the finger at other people because you're all scared and afraid to go to the hood and the ghetto. It wasn't hood and ghetto people that did it, right? According to y'all, it was some dude who was disgruntled because he couldn't debate. Sounds familiar. I'm going to start really talking now and saying the facts about everything. Nobody and nothing is above reproach or unable to be discussed. Now let's play. What's up? Huh? Yeah, like I said, I've already achieved financial freedom. I continue to build more and more every day. Like I said, I'm completely independent and nobody controls me or what I say. Freedom of speech is real, folks. Stand up for it. Folks, it's silly. You understand? Like I said, what's the purpose? Like, hell, I might go back to college and take some classes, and everybody there is always disgruntled. They're always unhappy. They don't have a mindset of being happy. They don't have a mindset of being free. They don't have a mindset that they want to help you. My own teachers were doing the same thing, being jelly of me. I mean, real talk. They were a part of the plot against me and everything that's happened, seriously. And they was talking crazy to me when I went to college because I'm good looking and I'm a big guy. That's crazy, man. You know what I mean? Mind you, so were the other students that were in my class. They weren't nice to me. So what do you mean? Like, what right do you have? Like, honestly, like, you feel some way because somebody's just them? I don't understand that. I don't understand why folks think that's okay and that's not illegal to just run around and feel some way because somebody is shining and being them. I don't know what that is. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm just realizing that, like, my aura really, really, like, brings it out of folks. Like, folks really be feeling some way. It can be on the internet. It can be anywhere. It's my energy, man. And they can't say nothing to me, so they try to say little things that don't make any coherent sense to begin with. Not a single one of those things that y'all say makes any sense. It doesn't bother me, especially at this point, because, I mean, what's the point? I don't understand what you're saying. It's got to exist and make sense. But yeah, like I said, going to college is a waste of your time. You all do the same thing. Oh, I'm going to college. And you think that means that you're building a future or you're going to build or make money in the future? Companies already passed policies. They're not hiring millennials because you're spoiled and entitled. They don't want to hire you because they know how you are.
And they don't have
Social
security cards
like
yourself.
Can think for ourselves and actually know how to build a business already. Real companies want to hire people like me that come with their own capital, that don't just know how to serve a function and work for other people, but know how to contribute to something. Tell me when I'm lying.
Companies want to hire me,
so like
because I'm coming with my own capital.
It's just totally different, We're in two totally different lanes, me and everybody. I mean, that's the thing. I just look at people and I laugh because it's like I'm running circles around all y'all. Real talk and everything. I mean, ain't nobody holding a candle to me, bro. Like I said, I'm the Batman that all the people that go to college anyway, they look up to me. They're going to be watching my content. I'm going to be making money while they watch me. That's a fact. While they watch me make history, they just sit there and have to go to their fake classes with their fake teachers and sit there and get fake grades and do fake homework assignments. And meanwhile, I'm here making money, getting paid, and in their spare time, I'm who they're going to watch. And when they watch me, they pay me. Because I didn't sit around and hesitate. All the doors that were shut for me, just like with the colleges and stuff, it's somewhat shut. I just owe money. I got to pay money and I can go back to school. But my point is, all those doors were shut for a reason. That's why God said, don't trip about the closed doors. Just keep moving forward. Because clearly he had those doors closed to protect me and help me and make sure that I was steered in the right direction so I could be going the right direction, because I left all these fools way behind me.
The door's locked.
Can't be serious. It ain't about material. It's about, progress. And I am progress. Just like my ancestors. You understand? What I'm doing is my family's legacy. That's why he said it in the depiction. It's all about me. It was written all over me day one. It's so obvious, it's unbelievable. And it's obvious to the public too. That's why they be trying to downplay it, because they all in their feelings, because they know the truth and they know what's really happening. Quantum leaping is a real thing too, brother. You understand? All these concepts these people don't want to discuss. You don't want to have a debate. Let's have a positive, real conversation, brother. I'm here to educate and teach. That's what I do. You know what I mean? You shouldn't feel no way about that. You feel some way, it's because, well, clearly you're afraid of knowledge, right? Ain't got nothing to do with me. Me is besides the point. I'm a hell of a good-looking, handsome dude, and I got my act together. Always have, always will. What do you mean? Like I said, are you having a good day, folks out there? Have a good day, not a Walker day. What you need to do is check the scoreboard, little homie, because last I checked, it says 8 million infinity to 0, buddy. That's what I see. And I told you I was only going to increase the deficit more. Oh, hurry. Real talk. And like I said, I'm open and available to speak at college campuses anytime. I'm also open and available to speak at prisons and jails. Just make sure that when you request for me to speak at these places, you pay me top dollar, and make sure that you provide me a wonderful meal alongside that. I'll expect celebrity treatment and a red carpet to walk down while I deliver my speech. And you will crown me as well. I expect a crown of some sort to be provided so that when I get there, the King of all kings can be recognized. And once my red carpet is provided and I feel sufficient and satisfied with my crown, then I will deliver my speech to the public and educate these sheep on the direction that they should all be headed.
And then I'm going to need a couch, because I'm going to be tired after eating and the speech. I'm going to need to sleep.
And no, I'm not joking. I'm not joking at all, because that's the thing. I'm really the role model for everyone, for the youth, for the college students, for anybody who's aspiring to be a rapper, aspiring to have any career of any sort. I'm their hero. I'm what you want to be. You want to think independently. You want to break free of the matrix. You want to get away from the system and out of it, and you want to learn how to build independence. That's what everyone wants to talk. It's the same thing that the Woffords wanted to talk. Remember Shelley Wofford and Charles Wofford? They wanted to talk about, we want to build this and that. You want to build what? What you want to build is a place where people who lack knowledge meet in the desert so that they can run around and create a wooden structure on top of an RV, which I don't understand what the point would be. Get some fake guitars and play, weird fake music. You want to have a shindig, if you will, and a hootenanny out in the desert. That's what you want to do to the Woffers. And I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it sounds like it'd be all right. It sounds like a good time. I wish you'd invite me if there was enough people, and there better be some good looking women there, but there better be some food provided too. And the point is, the problem with that is when you get a bunch of van lifers together, what a lot of them truly are is just, they're not van lifers. It's more like being broke foreverers, and that's what they are. So they don't have any money. So if nothing's being provided, why the hell would I want to go to a shindig party in the middle of the desert?
What the fuck? Just give me the goddamn generator.
The problem with the millennials, man, is they have an answer for everything, and an answer for everything is an answer for nothing. The problem with the millennials is they want to act like they can talk from any place of power when they have no life experience and haven't learned nothing and haven't been through nothing. And the reason that people haven't learned nothing is because you have to go through things before you can learn something. And the only way you can learn something is by experience and going through things. And that's the problem. Individuals are sheltered now, and it's being encouraged more every day. Everything that's being encouraged through this demonic stuff that's pollution, it ain't music. They're teaching you to compromise your freedom. And everything's about money because it's the devil. They're telling you to compromise your integrity. They're telling you to sell your soul to the devil, which you should never do. They're encouraging you to get away from every concept that's going to help you. They're telling you to splurge and spend all your money, right, instead of saving and keeping it and learning how to invest. Everything that they teach you is an unrealistic expectation. And I mean, take it from me. I used to compete with the illusions for years, and I actually outdid the illusions. That's an accomplishment. You understand? And I was doing it because I had to. I didn't ever waste money, and I didn't ever lose money. So if you're going to speak on me, get your facts straight.
Holy shit, he's all over the place.
I've made and spent more money than anyone in whoever existed in the history of time. That's who I am. I'm someone who can give you advice and teach you about life and reality and teach you the game and how it really works. Do you want to listen, or do you want to keep talking? See, that's the thing. When you hear a legend, you can hear what it is. You can hear the realness. You can feel the tension in the air when I speak. Because I ain't just talking. I'm not faking it till I make it like most of you. Y'all remind me of that fake rapper Cassidy. It don't get no better. Don't get no better. Don't get no better. I got my drink and my two-step.
I got my drink and my two-step.
Like, y'all spell everything out chronologically in front of everyone. Like, Jay-Z couldn't sing, so he had to bring Pharrell over there with that nonsense. I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know anywhere I've been and where I'm about to go. I just want to love you for who I am. So take all this cash and forget your man. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. That's what they do. And then Jay-Z get on every track. And he's like, yeah, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're a Satanist and nobody cares. And we all know you get down just like Jeffrey Epstein and Trump. We're not impressed. Please stop talking. You know what I mean? You got folks on social media still talking and worried about Beyonce and Jay-Z for what? Who cares? It's tabloid nonsense. See, y'all just they're sheep. They, whatever they're told, they listen to, and it just gets worse and worse with every generation. That to the point you can't even talk to them. They're like machinery. They don't operate or sound like humans. They sound like machines. That's really and that's the direction we're headed with the AI and the machine stuff. And that's why God told me I'm the prophecy, and I'm who defeats AI. So that's a real concept, So I mean, you got to understand, like,
Bible, Joey.
That's the direction we're headed, because you got a bunch of basically manufactured, whatever you want to say, humans and people, and not to mention that cloning's been used in real for decades. So again, like I said, what do you mean? It's crystal clear what's going on. It's crystal clear the devil is trying to take the world in a certain direction, and you people keep giving him what he wants, and it's just crazy, you know what I mean? But this story is preordained, so it is what it is. But yeah, for me personally, I just think it's crazy. I truly think it's crazy because it is crazy. I think people should really get the act together. I think people should stop wasting time. I think people should learn how to be independent. And they don't understand on here or anywhere.
Shut up for 1 second, Joey. Welcome in, everyone. I usually say everyone's name one at a time when they come in, but we were so far behind from the notify bot being fucking drunk. So we were 13 minutes behind when I started. We've been at a $1.50 pace, and we're catching up. So we're about 5 minutes back. So if I didn't say your name, I apologize. Welcome in. Let's go.
Public and any network, they don't seem to get, I'm working towards way different goals than y'all. I'm already financially, independent. I'm already achieving financial freedom, even if it's slow, even if it's gradual, even if it's, at a snail's pace, that's fine. But I'm learning how to do this, and that's my thing is like, I mean, it doesn't take that much, but some money, and I'll be completely independent and completely self-sufficient. You understand? And that's what I'm leaning towards. I mean, take it from a guy like me who, like I said, I had to sleep in bathrooms so I can make my tax payments and sell a 50-acre property for $100,000. I mean, if that's not taking matters into your own hands and being self-sufficient in a city I didn't even live in and didn't know anybody at, and I did it by myself, that's hard work. That should be cheered for and applauded, not anything else. So what do you mean? That's why they all feel some way, because when I go to Austin, it's a city I don't even live in, and instead of supporting me and helping me and taking me in and saying, here's a couch and a fridge, you good, now do your thing, right? Folks all want to sit there and act weird and funny style. What's that? That's a new generation thing. You ever heard of Southern hospitality, brother? These people want to keep glorifying the actions of people who failed. People in Austin, nobody in Austin succeeded, just like from here. What are you talking about? You want to glorify things that aren't meant to be glorified. I don't have time for it. You can't judge me or tell me anything. I don't care who you call or who you talk to. Okay, they're all irrelevant. They all fail. What do you mean? Why Austin is a joke, because they don't know how to take care of a city and they don't care. Nobody cares about each other. That's the problem. Everybody's selfish. That's why you have to have Batman go back up to Austin now and save the city and save everyone. Ridiculous. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, no, I mean, it takes a little bit of money. God will give you the budget and the money. right? I'm going to get to the point where I really can do these things. Hell yeah, I'm going to be growing my own crops. I'm going to be completely self-sufficient. I'm going to learn how to do everything. What do you mean? I'm going to live like Rambo. That's what I'm going to do, but for real. See, I want to take my ideas and people in the public want to copy me. Everybody wants to pretend they're me. But you talk it, I'm living it. I say I'm going to do something, I'm actually going to do it. Like, yeah, I'm going to actually be self-sufficient. I'm going to learn to live off the land literally. You're not going to do it because it takes too much work and y'all ain't strong enough. What are you talking about? That's what be really getting me, bro, like making me wonder and think, because like I don't even entertain conversations with people now because I know people are fake. I'll have people talk to me for hours about this government stuff and what they learned, and it's only because it's gone public now. And then I realize, oh, that was an agent of devil talking to me the whole time. So then I tell them what it is and I keep it moving. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to stop entertaining conversations with people. There's a lot of broads and so-called women in the world that claim to be something. It's all deception, and they're not what they're claiming to be. And women are inherently selfish and jealous. I'm going to teach you that right now. That's something I've definitely learned, and they try to hide it, and it's not hidden. The secret is out, baby. If this was Victoria's Secret, the secret is out, lady. Real talk.
Real talk. Frost, you got to fix the notify bot. It's drunk again, if you can.
And it's absolutely embarrassing because you don't have to be that way. You're choosing to be that way. And if you were programmed differently by society the right way, then you wouldn't feel that way. And then you'd actually be able to achieve and become a real woman. So I have to reteach y'all how to think, how to be, everything. And I'm about to go into all the other stuff too, teaching all the other stuff. You understand? I'm not going to talk about it on here, but I'm trying to teach. If I got to go to school and get a degree, then I got to do that. Whatever I got to do at some point, but I don't want to do it here. That's for sure. I ain't trying to do that down here again, man. It's a waste of time. They try to make it look like it's fun. It ain't fun, bro. I want to go somewhere in a big city like Jacksonville or somewhere where,
Could you imagine a parent-teacher conference with this motherfucker? A kid coming home from school. Hey, how's your teacher? Like, he smells like gravy. Fucking parent-teacher night. You walk in, you see this fucking jackass.
People like, what I mean? Where it's a totally different environment. And it doesn't mean that I'll be happy there at all. That's the thing, I can't do stuff that, it's like I can't go nowhere. Like, I have to have my freedom. That's what people don't seem to get. All y'all are used to, signing over your freedom. I don't sign over my freedom. That's why that church group was always super difficult for me, because it's like, wait a minute, we're doing what? Like, they wouldn't even let you know ahead of time. They're just like, yeah, we're going to Kentucky. I'm like, Kentucky? That's way the hell out there. And then I got stranded out there. Like, that's exactly how it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they were right down the street. They could have picked me up anytime. They could have brought me back. No, I had to finesse myself a bus ticket. And then they were mad surprised because they was like, this dude's really Batman. He got himself back with no help. There was no guarantee, no chance of me getting back. But Batman
could have tried not to be an asshole.
Things happen for a reason, man. It's part of God's plan. And I helped so many people along the way. Even in that shelter in Lexington, I helped people because I preached and I spoke to them. That's reality. Let me tell you where we're at digitally so you can really get upset tonight.
$478.
We're at $464.37. If you haven't noticed, it's basically I have it on autopilot now, and all of you are going to listen and walk away in your feelings more and more every day. I love it. I told you, folks. I told you I ain't the one. I told you. So these folks keep thinking I'm something to play with and I'm a nice guy.
The church group, Blazy.
All you folks is failing and losing. Like I said, they catching felonies and charges, and me, I'll never have a felony, and that's why I'm able to wake up every day and run my business without any issue or problem or qualm. I love it. How have I not achieved financial freedom? I put on a bat suit, homie, and I go out in the street and get active and get it and win and come up against all these evil folks, all these gangs, the cartel, everybody, and anybody who's doing evil or anything they doing, I'm coming up and I'm winning.
Oh, fucking blue. I'm catching up to Sheriff's catch-up, so I'm hearing Joey at 3 1/4 speed because I got him at $1.50, so you got him at a... gotta do the math there. Another 75. I can't fucking add right now. We're in warped, ludicrous speed. Spaceballs. That's what I was trying to go.
It's different, homie. You understand? So like I said, I'm out here running my business, doing what I want to do. What are you doing? That's what I want to know. So, I mean, yeah, that's financial freedom. I'm just saying the truth. I get my money by, getting busy and active in the street and being a goon and a gangster. And I'm not in the business of caring what people think or what they want to say or do. I don't care. I'm going to speak freely and do what I want. That's what all this was for, to achieve freedom. That means freedom when I speak too, when I think. I do what I want to do. You feel that? I didn't ask you how you feel about it. I said I'm going to do what I want to do. Boy, I love it, man. I'm a real man. So like I said, what do you mean, little homies? Huh? How many of you achieve financial freedom? I own billions in equity, mansion estate of 2,000 jewelry, 530 on my wrist, got your piss, mineral rights, oil royalties. My own car lot I pay over $100 for every month. I got a portion in their park that I paid over $25,000 for cash, put it on the dealership table. Austin, Audi, South Austin dealership. What do you mean? Bought it cash, $25,000.
Feel like it at an auction.
I've been making and spending racks forever, my entire life. All I do is make money. What? You want to talk about money? Let's talk about it accurately. Let's have a real discussion. I love how everybody, when they talk to me while they're running away. That stuff is funny. But yeah, folks know what it is, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, folks recognize everybody's paid homage, you know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Like,
Sneed.
I let people do and say what they want. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, I guess, doesn't matter to me. But my point is, I'm working on financial freedom. I got over 7 bikes in inventory. Money will fix every single one of them. Bat cycle 1300, fixed it like 2 or 3 times. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, what do you mean? You got items that cost over $4,000. I just got another item recently cost over $100. The brand new wallet, like the jeans. What are you talking about? I'm doing all right. I got more clothes today. My homie got me some more clothes. I haven't even looked at them. That's how balling we are. I haven't even looked at them. He gave me a whole thing of clothes, a whole bag of clothes.
And a Bible.
You feel me? So I got some new clothes to sift through and go through and see what they like. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I got a bunch of brand new shoes recently, and you know it. And I'm using them to do my Batman thing and work because y'all won't do a thing for me. I mean, y'all can't even donate me 50 to 100 bucks, a couple of hundred, so I can go get me some real shoes and have some money left over. How is that a problem? Bro, I should be wearing a pair of Air Jordans with as much as I've done for Brownsville in this city in the Valley.
His jeans are shredded. Nice. They're almost requiring cardboard drawers again. They're so fucking ripped up at the bottom. It's fucking hilarious.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. Like, I can't understand a public that doesn't want to donate and do their job and support a content creator who survives off donations. We all do. But then they want to talk about you behind your back. When if you paid me, I mean, you already don't have nothing to say because I'm doing great all on my own. But my point is, if you paid me, I'd really be doing well. And then you for sure couldn't say anything except something positive. So that's crazy because you're the one who should be paying me so that I'm good and Gucci, right? But you don't want to pay. So, I mean, all y'all poor. That's the truth.
Right. I'm taking them down to $1.25.
See, they want to keep up with this. I'm your friend. Yeah, all that stuff. Stop now.
We're less than 3 minutes.
I don't see the same folks coming around. Good. You got the message. Thank you. Finally, bro. I don't know how many times I have to go in on here and tell somebody what's up. Like, again, I don't talk in front of y'all because you were wasting my time. Because you literally telling fables and stories and you ain't it, boss. You are not me.
Fuck it. Let's just go back normal speed.
You understand? So all that fake stuff, I ain't hearing it, bro. Y'all be approaching me, talking to me. I don't care about your made up stories, homie. I know who's who and I know who's who out here, bro. You feel me? That's the same thing them other folks told me that went and you know, caught 10 felonies. They caught like 10 cases, you know what I mean? Because they was silly and they don't listen to logic. And that was the same thing they said. They said, oh, I know all the real people. Boy, you better quit underestimating who you talking to. I know everything and I know all the real people. You don't. So for you to say that to me shows you don't know who you talking to and what's going on. And this is why I'm able to shut down their illegal operations all the time. This is why I keep winning against them. And this is why God puts me exactly where I need to be every time.
That's a valid point, Red Screen.
They caught like 10 counts, 10 charges, and in prison forever. You know, and then they homeboys was behind their back and didn't even care about them. They didn't care. They wasn't their friend. They was never their friend. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. People be talking to talk and don't walk the walk. Everybody know about me. Everybody, man. I'm real. I ain't running and hiding from nothing and nobody. I run these streets. I'm the mob. You understand? What I say goes, boy. You feel me? That's the thing. I'm an actual gangsta out here, homie. You understand? Y'all is just whatever. You know what I mean? Y'all civilians. You feel me? You don't know nothing about me. You don't know nothing. Y'all just be talking. You understand? Like I said, that's cute. Go ahead and talk and keep it walking. Yeah. You feel me? Like, that's the thing. Like, when I touched down, I brought myself with me. Anywhere I go, you got to bring yourself with you, right? You
got to bring yourself with you. If I don't have Costco because it's just me, there's no reason for me to go. But if Joey had a Costco membership, do you think if he went in there 3 times a day for free sample fucking meals and shit like that, can they kick him out after a while? I mean, they're free samples. It's just for advertisement. Is all it is. But can they like say, I mean, I guess he's signing away a right for them to say, get the fuck out of here.
Got to deal with yourself. I got
private
no problem
property.
Dealing with me. I love me. I love me for me. Because I spent tons of time alone. You feel me? Y'all folks don't get it. And me, you know, like, it's crazy, son. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's my thing, bro. Like, I ain't worried about what nobody got to say or nothing. Y'all already know about me. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like I said, like, come on, homie. You know what I mean? Don't play games. You know what I mean? Nobody. You understand? So yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. You got a bunch of people talking fake talk. Like, how come you ain't putting no capital up, huh? Y'all want to talk about this and that, homie? I'm an excellent grade A cook. I'm the best cook in the world. I'm better than Gordon Ramsay. I'm not joking. I'm a real chef, homeboy. If you ain't putting me in no kitchen and giving me everything I need to operate, what is you talking to me about no food for? That's crazy, son.
Yeah, he's definitely applied for another cook position here the last couple days or so because he's been bitching about it. He doesn't have a social security card to get a job, though.
Street in Austin, that's a hell of a badge of honor. Rainey is the most active street in Austin. That and 6th Street. Rainey is upper class compared to 6th Street and to West 6th. Rainey is more upper class than West 6. West 6 is wannabes. They're all wannabes in Austin, but they're the wannabe rich folk, right? And they're all still kind of acting like they hood and ghetto, which is crazy because none of them are from the hood, and
That's
I
a
am.
value for us.
And then Rainy is like the more upper
23
class
bucks for an
area,
18
where you
pack
don't get so much of the hood
on
ghetto
Amazon.
because it's like upper class students, people who live off their parents, and their parents pay for everything, and they got mommy and daddy's money, so they want to go out and they want to sit down at a picnic table and eat the tacos and stuff that I cook, right? Because I was running the food truck while I was getting, you know, all the women's numbers. Real talk. Because I'm sitting there talking to you and giving you your food. Oh, what would you like? What would you like? I was doing quesadillas and pizzas. Like, what would you like? You want a pizza? Okay, here's your pizza. You know what I mean? And
tortilla
then I'd be
pizzas
like, hey, you
with
look
a
good. Can I get
specialty.
your number? And they'd be like, yep, sure, here you go. I didn't waste my time with broads. I didn't have no time to waste. I was always working. I barely slept. I'd go pay for the hotel, check in, try to get some sleep, wake up the next day, go to work. I was going to sleep maybe around 6 in the morning every day. That's why I'm used to operating like that. You understand? Because I wasn't getting out till like 3, 4 in the morning if I could. You understand? Because I kept cooking. People was there,
Absolute
customers
bullshit.
were there. I'm still
Bluff.
cooking. I'd be the only one in the lot half the time. I would open on days that the rest of the lot was closed. Those are the people that are going to get ahead. I was making buku bucks. I was making plenty of money. I always do, but y'all don't want to talk about that. You want to downplay my success that was just recently and then act like I've failed somewhere. Where? I went and built a business. I invested into me and being Batman.
Because it
And this
never
business has
happened.
been extremely successful. I don't even know how many checks I've made on here, but it's a lot. Now, no, I'm not able to save a whole bunch, but I just told you what I'm sitting on, which is pretty good. Running the Batman project out of pocket for 3 years, almost May, April, March time this year, and doing as much as I've accomplished. Are you crazy, bro? Like what?
Hell, Smiles.
I was extremely successful when I was cooking, and I'm extremely successful now. So how can people talk to me about cooking and restaurants and food? You ain't doing no cooking. First of all, my food way better than all y'all, bro. Especially down here, there ain't nobody's food that's coming close to mine. I try to be nice. Don't take my kindness for weakness. You know, my cooking is top notch, bro. For real. I'm not joking. All I got to do is be shown how everything work where I'm at, what I'm doing. Like maybe give me a couple of lessons, and I'm gonna pick it right up immediately, and then I can get my own cook recipe book and start cooking dishes that I'm creating. That's why when I go to these places and I order something and I pay for something, I call it my creation because I'm putting pico de gallo and other stuff on it because that's what I do. All I know how to do is create. It's the same thing with cooking. Oh, I'll make a dish that you'll be like, dude, this is the best thing I've ever tasted. How did you do this? With my imagination.
I mean, eventually, if you put enough fucking salt on a pile of shit, it's going to start tasting. It's kind of like if you have a big bucket of ice cream. All right. You put a little bit of shit in the fucking ice cream and you stir it up. It's probably going to still take like ice cream. But if you have a big bucket of shit and you put a little bit of ice cream in there, it ain't going to fucking really do anything. I have no idea where I was going with that. But for some reason, I feel like you understand.
Because that's my gift. God just created me and told me, you create. He created me to create. And every creation I make is beautiful. Bro, when I was in pre-K, I was making drinks with like kiwi and Sprite and like some other stuff, which was inspired, you know, by like these places you go and you get drinks that look like that. My drink came out better than them. I was mixing like actual kiwi with like cherry and like, you know, some kind of soda or something and like blending it up and like I'll make drinks like that too. When I open my restaurant, I'm gonna have drinks like that with real fruit in them.
He was fucking Isaac Washington from fucking Love Boat back in the 80s.
It helps people. So you healthier for coming to my restaurant because even the soda gonna be real fruit. Oop, let that cat out the bag. Watch them try to copy that, but they don't know how to do it. Everything I say, y'all copy. No imagination. Nobody's ever done that. Everything I say is gold. Everything I touch turns to gold. You can't take my ideas because I just keep on creating more.
Wouldn't that be great?
And I'll create that one and actually make it profitable. Yeah.
They have the child, the kids fucking Iron Chef, whatever. Wouldn't it be great if they had like the 5-year-old fucking Iron cocktail fucking competition? That would be fucking great.
I'll make some real fruit soda and market it. That might be one of the next things I do. I'm working on getting business ventures started. So like I said, no, all I need is the resources to be able to do it. So what do you mean? I need the environment built. If you ain't talking about that, you ain't talking about nothing to me, homeboy. What do we got to talk about? You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm building every day, you know, and I'm building from scratch. And I guess that's the way God wanted it, because God wanted me to
How
learn
long has it
how to
been
do this. You know,
monetized? It's
that's the
been
thing. Like, yeah, I could be in Austin. Y'all
between
act like
two
it's
and 3
easy.
years or
Until
so.
somebody actually gives
Couple
me a
years
place to
now.
go in Austin, why would I keep struggling just so I have some freedom and I can go places out there? It's not worth it, man. Austin ain't that great to begin with, and it's literally getting worse every day. That's why I don't want to be there. See, I was there when it was good, just like I was with the right women when it was good. It ain't good now. I can guarantee you that. They all probably, you know, in their 50s now and stuff. Some of them older than that. And they all miserable and jelly, you know, watching me succeed. You see my point? Folks don't get, that's why you're always in your feelings, because every move I make is good and golden. Always. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I ran a food truck on Rainy Street, brother. When
Never
you do that,
happened.
you come talk to me. You want to talk about a restaurant? I already ran my own restaurant. I just told you I ran a food truck. What do you think a food truck is? A restaurant is the same exact thing. I've ran a restaurant by myself independently with no help. Them people didn't do nothing for me. I did everything. I came to the truck, turned it on, got it ready, did everything by myself every day. And you folks don't even want to give me credit for that on here. You couldn't even say, man, congratulations, bro. That's amazing. Not one person. But they have fake stuff and fake positivity to say to people they know are evil and never accomplish nothing. Y'all are silly. What? That's weird, man. Like I said, that weird narc energy, that narcissist stuff. Like, what? Like, bro, just give credit where credit's due.
All right, this is a conversation to be had here real quick about boiled eggs. Boiled eggs you have to start with boiling water. You can't put the eggs into the water and then start it to get boiling. No, you got to get that shit fucking boiling. You put a little sea salt in there too, rock salt. Get that fucking shit going, cuz that salt will make the water boil faster. And then you put those fucking eggs in there. If you got about 68 eggs, then yeah, you're going to need about 12 minutes on those fuckers. Once that fucking shit's done, take that shit off the heat, get rid of the boiling water. Don't mix the water with cold water because you don't want to burn out your drainage. Then you put those into a fucking ice bath of water and you keep rinsing that shit off for a fucking couple minutes. Throw those eggs into the freezer with said water for about 10 minutes. You don't want the water to freeze. Take that fucking shit out. Fucking let the eggs sit there and fucking the shells will fall right the fuck off. Rant over.
I already ran a
Ah,
restaurant,
fuck it.
bro. That's why when I build one, it ain't no problem to run that, because like I'm gonna have a whole building that I can work with where I can really, you know, have customers sit down and like I'll be able to walk up and say, "Hey, what would you like today? Welcome to my restaurant. Here we got real fruit soda." Can you imagine? Say like they're gonna be like, "What? Say what? You have what?" Yeah, I got soda made with real fruit.
Yeah, salt in the water, frost
Why
when you
would you go anywhere
start to
else when
boil,
I'll give
yes.
this stuff to you cheap? It ain't going to cost that much to get the produce and stuff for it, to get the strawberries and kiwis and blueberries. You can get frozen blueberries. You blend all that up, you got yourself a hell of a soda that tastes amazing. Y'all never thought
Go
about
back to
stuff
my
like this,
channel for
right? Because
more
you don't know how to think
recipes.
outside the box because you've been indoctrinated. You don't know how to think for yourself. None of them, right? So they're going to say, well, I'd like this one, this kiwi strawberry natural real soda sound delicious.
Salt works the same way. If you put salt into water, it will boil faster. But if you put salt into ice, it will make it colder as well. So if you have a cooler full of fucking packed ice and shit like that, if you take a bunch of fucking sea salt, rock salt, throw it in there, it'll fucking boost the temperature up in there.
Okay, we'll get you one of those. By the way, do you want a flavored quesadilla? What the hell is that? Oh, I'm talking about like a quesadilla with a maple pancake on the outside that
Uh,
literally is infused where it tastes like blueberry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll try one of those. Okay, we'll get you that too.
it's
You
like,
starting to catch the drift? See, my
no,
restaurant's going to help people become healthier and they not even going to know it. What restaurant you know does that? You know how many chain products I can create based off of my restaurant, little homie? I'm sorry, but who is y'all talking to? I love how y'all be talking and running your mouth, but yet not a single one of you wants to put up the capital so we can just do it.
is he getting
It's
emotional?
gonna happen regardless at some point. I'm in no rush. folks want to sit there and talk like they don't know what's happened all these years. Like that's what they do. Act like you're like you got potential. I don't have potential. I did it already.
That's the shit when you come home fucking drunk from a bar, which you're still doing that. I mean, we're mostly old here, except for a few of us. But yeah, that's what do I got left in the refrigerator? Fuck it. I'm just gonna fucking throw it down my pie hole.
What? I'm just gonna do it at another level next. I don't have any potential that hasn't been lived up to. I lived up to my potential. Make sure you get that straight. First off,
thermodynamics, CIA.
sure. Made and spent millions of dollars, bro. I'm the only self-made trillionaire who ever existed. What is she talking about? Any of you? Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have an amazing real restaurant, right? And I'm doing the real thing. I bet you anything, them folks will listen to me. They'll be like, "Man, I'm gonna try to do that." Like, no, don't do that now. Don't listen to my ideas and try to copy me because that'll be a lawsuit too immediately. Yep. Yeah, don't do that. Let's not do that now, because they can't think for themselves because you don't know nothing about cooking and nothing about no restaurant. Believe me, homeboy, because if you did, trust me, you'd be at a whole nother level and your food would taste a lot better, all of you. You understand? I do this for a living, brother. That's what I'm saying. You talking to a manager. You talking to basically an owner. Like I ran my own restaurant. So that's what I'm saying. Folks want to sit there and downplay and, oh, I'm going to talk to you like on a feed, tell you a bunch of fake stories. Oh, I'm this and that. Well, I talked to the original actual mob. Boy, y'all folks silly, bro.
From tortillas actually is a good thing for us. Good point here. While we're on recipe fucking talk here, just take regular flour tortillas in a pan, butter the fucking shit out of the tortilla, and then fucking just pour a bunch of cinnamon and fucking sugar in between it and make yourself a fucking churro quesadilla. Throw on another flour on top, fucking toast both sides of it. Fuck yeah. Made those for my kids more times than not. When you're poor.
From Austin, Texas, little homie. Are you serious, bro? I've done it all. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, folks, it's funny, man. You know what I mean? That's why I became the head of security when I did security everywhere. I was running the show, even at the big bars, the biggest bars everywhere. Every bar they make movies about. I was the top guy in. I would have been the main character in the film. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me, bro. I was at the top of the world in any job I did. I was the head of everything, head bar back, head everything, head of security. I was always the top guy. For real. That's legit facts. And people know me for that. But see, the thing is, I did capitalize off everything I ever did. Have you? Yeah. That's why folks so funny to me. I love it, man. I love it, bro. I just love that I work hard for my money and I stay balling all the time. And I keep on moving and building. And like I said, we're in the middle of a Great Depression. These folks ain't making no money. Talking about, yeah, things are good. You got to post that on Facebook, then clearly you're miserable and unhappy and empty inside and nothing is good for you. I mean, things are good. Why? You have a support system and you got people taking care of you. That's the only reason things may, you can say, oh, things are good. They're not good. I mean, half of them is online on Facebook talking about women all day and can't get a girlfriend at all.
No, Robin Williams in that, nigga?
It's not good just because you have the luxury to go, spend your little money on booze and beer, and meanwhile you're still in the same position for what, 30, 60 years. You know what dictates success to me? When you get out of the labor and job market. Because there's people in Austin. I used to work on all the roughest streets that make the news all the time. I worked right down Runberg at that the place where I was running the wood paint machine by myself, huge planks of wood, picking them up like Jason Statham, like the transporter, running them through the machine and filtering and making sure that the paint was good. And I would paint the wood planks with help from one big dude. That's what I did. What are you talking about? For months. What do you mean? And like I said, we were all doing real, labor out there. Everything was hard work.
Oh, yeah.
Nathan and then, of course, you got to do what else with the wood. And they'd have machines where we'd run them through and it would do that.
It's called a planer.
Like, these are real machinery that you got to be careful around, brother. I've done it all. What do you mean? When we did the Tenzador thing, which y'all don't even know what that is, to create the canvases, I became the best in the factory for Build-A-Sign on the Tenzador. You can ask about me. And then I told the guy who runs Build-A-Sign, I'm richer than you, and I'm about to make over $100,000 selling a property, so I could care less what you think. Told him straight up to him. You know what I mean? And they never have a real answer. Oh, okay, well, you do that. I will do that. Yes, I will. You want to sit down and act like you're going to tell me something because you think I'm an employee. Homie, I'm your best employee because I'm the best at everything and I don't need you. See, that shows I'm excelling. That's what people want to be. You want to be the genius that they're always, on you and concerned about what you're saying and doing, and they're paying more attention to you because they know you're smarter than everyone and you can run that company 8 million times better than them. I'm the guy that you all want to be, homeboy. And everything I said I did. Everything I said I was going to do, I did. I succeeded, but I guarantee you they failed. Yeah, I became the best Tenzador operator in there. And it's not an easy thing to do. It's a machine and you have to have finesse because you got to know how to work it a certain way. It's all hands and I'm real good with my hands.
Yeah,
So I
you
would,
are.
run the canvases through perfectly and do everything. And I got where I was producing units faster than anybody. That's some serious talent. That machine is not no joke. And so, and it makes sense because I have quicker hand speed than anyone. I'm a diligent worker and I'm very disciplined. So I would just zone out and focus. I think I was even listening to music at one point so I could focus. And you get me in that, I enter flow state and I get real good. But that's the thing. Do you want to do a job like that forever and produce for someone else? Or do you want to build your own company and produce for yourself? See, I know businesses because I spent so much time in them and I've worked for plenty of them, and that's why God had me there so I could learn the outline and learn how it works. God told me and taught me how to build product and be able to sell it the right way. You know what I mean? Real product, something that the people need and want. It's all about supply and demand. You got to fill a supply and a demand. You got to fulfill the demand of what people want and what they need. That's going to be the next thing I work towards is trying to create my own products independently. It's just the issue is
right, Blue,
figuring out how I'm supposed to sell them. Because they make it so difficult, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. They want you to have a certification and a license to do this or do that. And they make it so hard with all the rules because the government just flat out doesn't want anybody making any money. They want businesses they can regulate and control so that they can keep making money off of these chump little businesses. So all the businesses are omitted. They're all on the same page, like Wendy's, McDonald's. All y'all still work for the government. Y'all think people rich because they own a chain of restaurants. The owner of McDonald's isn't rich. He just sold his soul like everybody. It's a lot of stress and worry because you got people filing lawsuits against your establishments and stuff like that. And the devil is great for coming to collect, but the devil's never there when you get sued and you got to show up at court. See the point? Yeah, when you get a lawsuit filed and you got to come to represent McDonald's in court, the devil don't care then. You know what I mean? So that's my thing, I don't serve corporate America interest at all. I serve my interest. I serve the interest of God. So like I said, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I just can't do it here. This is not the place for me to open a restaurant or anything like that unless I had tons of money. And I wouldn't want to. I don't want to be in the valley, if people can't tell. I want to be here for now with what I'm doing, but the minute I get money, every time I get money, I leave. I skedaddle and get the hell on because I don't like being here. There's nothing here. I like being here when I don't have money, but when I have money, I like to go out in the world and enjoy myself.
36, Ellie smiles.
You understand? Oh, I love it here. It's cool, 36. It's chill, everything's fine. It's awesome, but when I get, tons of money again, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. I'll be back, but I'm going to go out in the world and do my thing regardless. You understand? And it's hard with what I go through, but that's why, I got to have God with me. It's very hard with what I go through. I have issues every day physically, bro. And people don't talk about that. Yeah, because all y'all made your phone calls to Sneed Hospital. Are we ever going to discuss that? Oh no, they want to talk behind your back and pretend and talk about what you've been through, what that they're responsible for, and then twist the facts of that too. Yeah, that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. That's real cute. What? That's like when they go tell Rob Rack, oh, Tyree Sneed is, you mean I'm talking facts? First of all, you're part of the group that called Seton Hospital, so you're responsible. So, I mean, what do you mean? You're going to have to come to court. I don't think you're in a position to be typing or talking about me. Actually, you see what I'm saying? Get your facts straight, homie. Yeah, like I said, I say facts. Rob Rack lives in a Roach motel room. Get over it, bro. My goodness. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like I said, that's what I'm saying. They keep talking as if there's some kind of competition. There's no competition. You're my entertainment, and I talk about you when I want. And I get paid to talk about you. You're not seeming to get it. I made money off of all y'all on here for years without trying. Okay? You learn your position and stay in your place, please. Yeah, you're a viewer. That's it. You don't have any power, or what you're saying doesn't add up or make any sense. Get your facts straight. Straight up. That's the part that just be silly to me. Folks is funny, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, I already achieved financial freedom. I'm gonna achieve it regardless, no matter what avenue or road I go down, and y'all know it. So what's up now? Exactly. That's what I thought, little homie. I loved it.
Yeah, if you can take a chance and go on to this post I just put here and kindly give Joey a like on that, because he needs all the support he can get for getting donations and everything. That'd be great if you can all help out.
This is easy for me once I get the resources and the money. All I'm waiting for is God to give me the money. The minute he give me the bread and get the money, man, I'm going to San Antonio and all that. Oh, and since y'all was talking all that fake fluff and that fake stuff, right? And I was sitting here trying to explain to you that I want to go to San Antonio. Hell, I might go pay rent and rent me one of them nice condos in the Riverwalk, and I'll go live there. That used to be my dream. I'm not joking. That used to be one of my dreams. But San Antonio is just so awesome. Like it was really cool. It was like living in a dream world. Like, can you imagine living on the Riverwalk, like in the nicest like condo right there on top, and then you just come down and you go eat at like the most expensive restaurants whenever you want, and meet all them tourists and got all them good looking women going out there, and go to the bars, and like I could get a job if I want at a bar and do whatever I want, because I tell them, look, I'm here to work for you for fun. I don't need the money. You understand? And I just want to have fun. Can we do that?
And a couch,
I just want to enjoy myself, and and that's it, and have a drink. You know what I mean? Like, and they'd probably be like, yeah, like, hell yeah, we'd love to have you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, God, like I said, the doors that are closed, God said, don't trip on. God will open a better door down the road. So that's what I'm planning on. I'm planning on, as soon as God give me the money, I'll go get me one of them condos and live right above the Riverwalk. I won't tell you. I'll get a green screen and sit in a room when I do my podcast. You won't know where I'm at. I'll never tell you. And then I can go out at night and go to them clubs. And you know how many women go to them clubs? Oh my goodness, bro. That was the one. I walked in the club. The lady was ice grilling me, kept staring at me. I talked to her. I was like, "What's up? Like, you good?" Like, I thought, she like, and she was like, "Oh no, I like you." I was like, "Oh," I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, no, I like you." I was like, "Oh, I thought the way you were looking at me, it was, something else." Yeah. That's a very weird, odd stare, lady, for someone you like. A lot of them are sadistic. Like I told you, I had that one ex was sitting there looking like she was so in love when I got the tattoo. I told the tattooer, I said, hold up. I started tripping. I said, why are you looking at me like that while I'm in pain? Like, is you crazy?
Because I want to peg you while you're getting your tattoo on your tramp stamp fucking done right now.
And then I figured out, oh, she actually was. Yeah, that's the one that was doing all that corrupt stuff and illegal stuff. Oh, and all them folks are going to have to come to court too. Yep, because you committed a ton of crimes. You're a part of major crimes and all this stuff, and all the truth is going to come out about what I went through. And guess what? It's documented, buddy.
Right here, Stu. Here's
real smart. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing. Like, my future is beautiful and everybody else's future is clearly.
Yeah, if his likes, whenever he's asking for donations on his community page, it fucking irks the shit out of him. The more likes he gets, the more it pisses him off. So yeah, if you can just take 2 seconds, go over there, hit the like. Yeah, much obliged.
Prison. So who won? You tell me, homie. Yeah, y'all was talking about you're a genius. How are you a genius when I'm the genius and you lost and I won? What? Oh my goodness! Don't speak too soon. You know what I mean? That's the thing. You're not a genius. You're far from it. Right? They all play themselves. They all run fake game and do it to themselves. It's hilarious. Real talk. They walk into their own whatever that they create for you. That's what they do. They all agents of Satan. There you go. Yeah, no, I was in the club in San Antonio with like a Raiders jacket on and stuff and a nice fade and
All right,
whatever.
fuck
And
it.
I was like
Drink 'em
buying
if you got 'em.
bottles and I'd sit
Smoke 'em
down
if
and
you
have
got
like
'em.
random stranger girls kind of, dancing around me. And it's like, I mean, back then it was before I even went through some of this stuff physically. And even back then, women were always weird and acted funny style and weird sometimes. So it's like, what's the point? Like y'all be talking so much, like, bro, I ain't worried about impressing no female. Like if you don't want nothing to do with me, I have absolutely no problem with that. Actually, I'm completely content. That's what folks don't get. Like I'm being honest, I was in that club. I must have had a couple of girls actually really get at me.
Yeah, we're 7 minutes behind. He's still going.
Like for real, right there in the club. Like one of them was like, "You look like bad news." I'm like, "Yep." If folks don't get, Tyree Sneed has lived a wild life for real. I'm like Chow from that movie in Vegas. You love Chow? You miss Chow? Yeah, I have my fun, but yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like I would get bottles. Like I had money. Money was no object, so I'd tell them, yeah, like put it on my tab, whatever. Give me the most expensive bottle or whatever bottle. Give me like 2 big bottles of wine, and I ask them like, what do y'all want? And then I'd sit them down and have them drink. And like that's something that I will never do again.
Easy, welcome back.
Listen to that. Like that's what God taught me. Like even if I got all the money in the world, I'm not giving you nothing for free. Like nothing is free in this world. Like that one rapper I just heard said. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'll be nice and help the right people, but I'm not going to pay for liquor and alcohol so that you can drink and get drunk. Hell no, I'm not doing that. So see, God taught me a lot. I came a long way because back then I didn't care, and now I do. Now I'd be like, nah, you can't just sit at my table and you ain't gonna touch my bottle. Hell no. That's something you learn. That's something you get taught over time. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I was doing all that because I was the man in the club. I was always the man in the club, even back in the day. And it's like, for what? It don't mean nothing. It really don't. That's the thing. Like I can go to any restaurant. Like let's say I go to like Tilted Kilt. They got one of those in San Antonio. All the girls in there, all the waitresses is good looking as hell. They have to be to work there for the most part.
Yeah.
You think I couldn't holler at one of them and talk to them?
No.
Do you really think that? Let's get real, honey. I mean, all these women care about is money, especially at this point, and I'm good looking and beautiful and better looking than them. I'm not. They ain't doing me no favor by talking to me and entertaining me. I'm doing them a favor by even speaking to them. Get it right. You see, because you work at Tilted Kill, and I'm a self-employed gangster and boss. Not to mention, I was created and made for women, literally, and you can tell by looking at me and how I'm made. See, I'm made differently. I'm made by God. That's the truth. That's why, like, folks don't understand. Oh, I'm not in my feelings about nothing. I got gripes and things that I feel a way about because I'm supposed to. That's why they want to discourage you from feeling because you're empty and you don't have no purpose or place. What are you talking about? Yeah, no, if I entertain you and give you my number, you work at Tilted Kilt. I am self-employed and a boss, and I'm Batman in reality. So if you were lucky enough to have Batman even holler at you and be like, hey, you know what? That's literally how I talk to him too. Like a little different maybe, but like I'd be joking around, be like, you look pretty good. Here's my number. Like straight up, like I tell him straight up, like I'm doing you a favor here. And you think it wouldn't work? They're gonna be like, where you stay at? Well, I got a couple of homes, right? I run estates, but actually my condo's right up here, turn around and point. You know what I'm saying? Because there's condos and stuff like right across from Tilted Kill. Like I could be like, well, I'm actually right here. Here's my pad. You think they're gonna pass up that opportunity? See, I figured women out a long time ago. Women don't care about nothing but money, and they won't do anything for it. And like, I don't give women my money. I won't pay you to do anything ever. That's the difference. Ever. You won't get a dime. I wouldn't care if you was like, I'll clean your carpet. I'm good. The carpet's fine. I'll buy a vacuum. You want to achieve financial freedom, quit giving your money away to women. They're getting enough free money from society. Yeah, no, I'm going the right direction with God, and I know what I'm doing. And I'm saying like, oh, I'd go out and still party and have fun, but I'd do it responsibly now because I'm older and I'm walking with God.
Location.
Because before, trust me, I wasn't responsible at all. doing all sorts of crazy stuff. You know, but that's the thing. Like I'm saying, I'd have a Batman mission one night out there, and then you know, like literally, like in San Antonio. I would, bro. I mean, y'all don't.
All right, the only tilted kilt locations left in Texas is in Killeen and one in Laredo. Let's see, California. I don't. There's only shit. There's only one in Kentucky, one in Nevada, one in Tennessee, two in Texas, and one in Virginia. They used to be fucking all over here in San Diego. There's a couple different locations. Another one like an hour north, Temecula, and shit like that. It was just.
Oh no, me, bro. I get the money, bro. I'll build a bat pod if I have to. I'll go
Good business model. I used to go there for lunch.
I'll build a bat pod and start riding through all them little hoods and boroughs and little sidewalks and underneath the bridges all through San Antonio fast as hell. People be tripping. They'd be like, bro, I just saw a Batman. Like what was that? It'll be fast as hell too. Like I'm gonna soup that thing up to where it's so fast you can't even see it when I go by. Real talk. What do you mean?
Hey, we got those likes up to 42
I used to
now.
be the Joker in San Antonio. When I come back, I'm gonna be Batman. Can you imagine? You think my exes ain't going to try to holler at me? They are, because they probably still there stagnated, you know, running the same fake businesses and, you know, doing what they do, which none of them can get by. I mean, everything they do is illegal anyway. Everybody out there make illegal money. It's like anywhere. I figured out every city across the United States. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll do a Batman mission one night. Next night, take the night off, and I'll go out and party as me, Bruce Wayne. Tyree Sneed. You understand? Like, and folks know me out there, like a little bit, not too much, but, you know, I keep a low profile, but I end up seeing people I know and stuff sometimes. No, that's the thing. Like, you know, I'll have certain nights, go out and have a drink, go party, whatever. You know.
No shit, CIA. I was just on Tilted Kilt's website for their locations. There was just the one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's got to be maybe more of them. Could you imagine if Joey was working there? It's not as because the male guys wear fucking goddamn kilts and shit. Could you imagine Joey walking around?
Go up to my nice condo and go get some sleep, man. That's the dream life right there. Is you crazy? And then venture out and you know, do adventures in different cities and states and go travel and go see anywhere I want. I go take a trip up to New York real quick. I would drive though or take a bus. That's what I'm saying. I could just go to the Greyhound station right there too. It'd be perfect. Matter of fact, the Greyhound in San Antonio, one of the best ones, in my opinion. They don't run it that well, but like sometimes they open up the food stand.
Get you on that bus,
Greyhound
Joey.
Right there. I just walk to the Greyhound, right? Make sure I'm good. Hell, if I got money like that, I could hire my own security. Real talk, just to do it, to have it, because I don't need it, but just to have it, so I know that nobody's going to give me a problem. You know what I'm saying? I go walk to the Greyhound. Real talk, go walk to the Greyhound, get on a bus, and get the hell out of Dodge.
Hell yeah.
You know, I'm not going to be able to hire security because you can't. You know, you're not going to want to pay for their traveling costs and stuff like that. But my point is, I mean, I could, but you know, I don't want to do that. But my point is, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, if I wanted, I could hire a security team probably once I get the money. You know what I mean? And I could pay for their bus ticket and have them go with me. But I mean, they'd have to be a friend of mine and someone I trust. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
could you imagine getting a fucking ride on fucking Greyhound and bringing a posse with you of security?
I wouldn't need that. My point is, like, bro, I just go, like, I have a condo in San Antonio. That's what I want to do. I want to live in San Antonio, I think. New Orleans would be cool too. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Like I said, the idea was great. If it would have been real, I would have done it. You know what I mean? But my whole point is, like, and I'm still open to it. It's just, like I said, I'm not a part of that. I don't know what y'all got going on, and I don't know what's real, and it's not my business. I don't even care. I'm doing me. Yeah, I'll go move to San Antonio, homie. The minute God give me the money. You know what I'm saying? Greyhound station right there, bro. That's one of the best outlets to go and travel. Like, I'll hop right on the Greyhound. I don't even worry about driving in cars and all that. No, I just hop on the Greyhound. Greyhound will take me, and I can take a nap. And nobody knows I got money. They won't know. I'm not telling them. I don't got to carry cash on me. You know what I mean? Like, nobody will know. I'll just act like a normal person and talk like I have nothing. You know what I mean? I could dress down even to go to the bus. So people leave me alone and think, oh, he's just poor. He's nobody. That's what you do. That's what I'm saying. Reality is so much different than what you people want to talk about. See what I'm saying? Well, yeah, that's what I do. Real talk. I'm not joking. Like,
that place though came out of the gate hard. Tilted Kilt. I mean, they opened up locations everywhere. I mean, I hate to say it, but another chick's gonna turn 18 tomorrow. You know what I mean? There was just nothing but fucking talent out there for them to hire. And then yeah, I don't know why they went out of business, but
serious? Here, hold up. I'm gonna keep talking to y'all while I let this charge. Hold up. Now I got this little charger. Little charger.
Is he outside?
Oh, you're a little charger. Little. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, that's what
Okay. Is he using a power bank? So is he outside?
I do. Real talk. I go to San Antonio, homeboy, I walk straight to that Greyhound. You know how awesome that would be? Take a trip anywhere. They'd be like, where are you going? Or I just go up to a little kiosk, get me a ticket to go to New York City. Boy, I'd take a long nap on that Greyhound or stay up and look at the scenery, have live streams going, talking to y'all on. I love doing that, bro. I love the
Fuck
Greyhound. I don't
yeah.
know what y'all got against being on buses.
Let's
I love
travel.
being on buses. It's peaceful. It's nice. You can rest. Ain't nobody gonna bother you on no bus. Not me. So what do you mean? I'm good. I can wear my jewelry. Like I make friends with the people I travel with. It's all about your energy, man. You know what I mean? I can help people. Like if you need something, I can buy you something at the corner store, at the gas station, like I always do for people. Like I help people because when you help people genuinely and sincerely, that stuff is going to come back to you the right way. That's what y'all don't understand, man. It's all about being genuine and righteous, man. If you hold other people down for real and you help genuinely, not expecting anything back, man, God gonna give you everything in tenfold. Real talk. So that's my point. Like it'll work out perfectly for me. You know what I mean? Hell, I could take a trip out to anywhere I want, bro. Are you serious? Do you understand? Like once I get money, it won't be so scary. Like I could go back to Kentucky because I won't get stranded out there because I'd have money to get back no matter what. Because they Greyhound station, I don't trust at all. That Greyhound almost didn't even show up. It's so ghetto out there. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these cities, y'all be acting like they nice and they got nothing going on. Yeah, yeah. Like let me explain to you something, bro. How I think. Like this is how like y'all think this and that. This is how crazy I am, bro. And it's not crazy. It's smart as hell. Like me, I'm so hood with it and so real and on another level. Even if God gave me the money and I had money to travel, I wouldn't mind checking in to one of them places. You know exactly what I'm saying. Like where I was at. Remember I was in that shelter in Lexington? Imagine if I went back. They told me already, they said you welcome here anytime. What I'm saying
They're
is it ain't
closed.
nobody's business, nor do I have to tell anyone anything. If I have enough money to get there, my finances is not nobody's business. I could act like I got nothing. No joke. Do you understand how seriously powerful I am at this point once I get the money? Already with God, but when I get the money, because that means I can run it nationwide, worldwide. But it's all because of God. Bro, I could go back to Lexington and show up right there and they'd be like, oh, you're back. Welcome back. And they won't know what I'm doing. They won't have a clue. They probably have resources out there that the one lady told me, she said, either I can help you get back or I can find you a job here. I said, I want to get out of here. I'm not going to be here stranded like this. And I made sure that they got me back because it was a huge problem. Okay. And nobody wanted to help. So I figured that out. But my point is, I'll go talk to the same lady when I got the bread to go back over there and I'll tell her, hey, this time I'm here and I do
No
want you
Twin
to help me
Peaks.
get a job. She could help me get a job anywhere out there. I could start building in Kentucky. Hell, I could go back to that racetrack and talk to them and tell them, hey, look, now I'm not a part of that program, right? Because y'all was saying you got to stay on the program for 9 months with that church group if you want, if I want to work there and it's not for like another year. Well, now I'm not a part of it, which is part of why I left too. See, I'm a genius. They told me that, so I said, okay, well, I'm leaving because if I leave, I can come back here and work. I could go work for that racetrack. And instead of doing free labor like they all had me doing and were doing, which is what I refused to do and walked out and exposed the truth about it, now I could go back and say, well, now you got no excuse. You said you want to hire me. And if you all don't, then somebody else will here. I'll fill in an application and they'll probably remember who I am and say, no, put him on. Say he'll work. We already know he'll work. And this time he'll get paid, so he'll have a good attitude with us. I'll do it. I could work right at that racetrack, homie. And I'll tell you something else. I wouldn't have to because if I got money, I could be out there, doing what I want to do. But
Holy
see, I'm not going to waste
shit.
money betting on
What is he
horses and stuff. That
saying?
ain't my style. You know what I mean? If it was a little, maybe, but I'd have a cap. Anything I do like that concerns gambling or blackjack or horses, there's a cap, and I'm not going past it. That's how anytime if I gamble, I'm going to do it the right way responsibly now. Not, oh, I'm going to just keep spending it. Nah, I'm not doing that ever again. I promise you, never. So, you know, it
The
is what it is.
notify
That's the
bot is
problem. People
drunk
talk too much and
CIA.
say too much about things they know nothing about. Brother, I was gambling for a living. I was doing what I had to do. I didn't make any mistakes. What are you talking about? And this was my money that I earned. Every dime I've ever made, I earned. What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. People be funny, man, that you want to waste your time typing something as if I need to say anything about it. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? I'm a winner. That's it. So that's what I'm saying. Like y'all don't get, bro. I can go find me a shelter anywhere and just play low key, and they won't even know who I am or what I'm doing. I could go out of the shelter, go get me a hotel some nights or whatever, or go out on Batman missions. I could do the Batman
Could you
mission all
imagine
night.
squatting on a
Do you
shelter?
understand? Come back when I want. If I feel like I don't want to deal with their nonsense because they got curfews and certain stuff, I can go get me a hotel. I'm just telling you the truth. Those are the things I was actually picturing doing. Like, you don't get it. I'll show up in Colorado or something or some weird state. I'll go to DeKalb, Illinois too. I want to go there and show up. And y'all won't know what I'm doing, or y'all figure it out eventually, but y'all ain't gonna know what I'm doing, how I'm moving, where I'm going, nothing. I mean, you think they're not gonna have a clue who I am. They're gonna be like, so you just show up here and you need help just like everybody. They're not gonna know I got no money if I don't tell them, which I won't. See my point?
They're
I can
not
be
going to
Batman
know I don't
anywhere I
have any
want, and they
money
go, give me the money. I got all power,
if I
bro.
don't tell them.
That's what I'm saying. Nah, use your resources, man. 100%. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't care how much money you have. There's nothing wrong with using the resources around you. Like what, bro? They got places like Austin that'll put you on a housing list. It's just a housing list in Austin. They'll never get to your name because there's so many poor folks on there. They can never get to your name. They'll never get to you. But my point is, oh, I could do that too. They got a whole small community they built with like little beautiful wooden houses. That's something I need to do actually when I get money. They'll give you a whole spot and a whole actual home out there. I've seen them do it for homeless folks.
Mini
Real
home.
talk, bro. To the point they'll get you right where you, that's the thing. Y'all give opportunities to these other groups, but not me. Me, they didn't do none of that for. They did it for the ones who are problematic, who I watched mess up repeatedly right in front of me. They will do anything for the culture. Anything. They had them in nice homes, bro. We was going looking at these places touring, and I'm like, that dude's got a spot out here for free. And I'm not jelly, like more power to you.
Cannabis
Last time I
goddess.
saw him, he looked horrible.
Welcoming.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna waste resources and time with people that can't help themselves. You know, because they got whatever
Exactly,
happened to problems.
CIA.
People like me who need to help, you can't just help us so we can get right. That's what I'm saying. It just be extra stuff anyway. That's why y'all be funny to me. Y'all be talking about, I got this and that. Brother, you can go get everything you got for free. We got a system out here everywhere. There's systems with resources. Down here, they don't have any resources. But in these major cities like Lexington, even Charles Wofford told y'all, yeah, you'll get 3 meals a day. Yeah, they'll hook you up out there. Real talk. I can show up again and just be like, yo, I need help. They're not going to know if I have money. They got that place, bro. You can eat 3 meals a day. You think I don't want to do that? Provided meals? Nobody needs to know what I'm doing. Like, and I know how to take care of myself. You know what I mean? Like, and having money helps too. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing, bro. Y'all just don't get it, bro. Y'all can't see the vision, man, because you a little bit behind, bro. You don't seem to get. I can get all these people anywhere on my side, and like really have build a unity within these communities, especially if I'm breaking bread and helping folks financially.
Yeah, we need to get Joey on a bus north.
Ding, somewhere ding, ding. You starting to catch the drift? Yeah, you don't get it, bro. I can recruit soldiers in any hood and ghetto anywhere I want. Do you understand that? I'm not alone ever. Once I get the bread, oh, it's a whole problem, homie. Yeah, I'm too smart, bro. I'm a street dude, and I'm real. I just don't ever use, I don't really do none of that. I don't care about none of that, and I would never have anybody move off the strength of me because that's silly. That's a mistake. You know what I mean? I don't do that. That's why everything I do standing on my own too, because I never have to worry about somebody else's actions. I would never put myself in a position like that. But my point is, I'll have homies and friends. I'm not responsible for them and what they do, but they can help me. They can back me up, especially in the street. I'm good at getting the streets on my side, man. That's what people don't understand about me because you weren't out on these blocks with me. So you don't know how it really is. You've never been in the street, most of you, so you don't understand. Like I said, I go live in San Antonio or stay there for a month or a couple of months. I could just stay a month if I want. I've done it before where I got real nice places when I had the money and stayed there for a little, remember? But I was going through all that crazy stuff, so I wasn't in the right mind state, and I was really depressed and scared, to be honest, and I was going through hell. It was a really horrible time for me, and everything had just happened with, it was a lot, bro. So, this time around, I don't have nothing to worry about. I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm happy. My life is beautiful. Like, yeah, I would go to San Antonio, stay there for a month, have fun, be Batman, and then go on to the next city. I want to go to College Station too, man, because there's a lot of potential in College Station. Yes, I'm talking about women. There's women all over College Station. You think I can't, pull one of them to the side and talk to them and holler at them and be like, yo, look, this is what I got going on. You know what I mean? You want to roll or not? That's literally how I tell them. I wouldn't do the fake stuff no more. I just walk up to them. I'd be like, look, I got money straight up because I know how they think now. I'm not.
He hasn't mentioned Nutward in a while. And remember, oh, God damn, how long was it ago? Shit, was it like spring, summer? When he mentioned that he can't go to sleep at night unless he listens to Nutward's sweet, soothing voice to put little baby boy Joey to sleep.
I don't waste my time with the nice stuff no more. Y'all ain't nice. I'm for real, bro. I'm a changed person. Y'all don't get it. I'm gonna skip all the because y'all ain't the old generation of women. Y'all this new age weird nonsense. All you care about is money. So I'm gonna lay it out straight for you, like documented paper. Listen, this is what it is. I got bread. This is what I'm doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to be a part of what I'm doing? Oh, yeah, I'm sure I do, Tyree. Okay, well then come along.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, he sold scooters, and that's why Joey wanted to go to DeKalb open up his scooter store. Everything moves. Wasn't that the name of it? Everything moves. It's like, where are you gonna move? Through a fucking cornfield? What the fucking? It's the middle of fucking nowhere.
Just support what I'm doing. You understand? Real talk. I don't care if you want to act like you my secretary. You my work partner. I don't care. You want to act like that for a minute? Cool. I don't care what you do. You understand? I'll holler at whoever. Wouldn't care if they work for one of them bars out here. I tell them, look, you want to quit this job and make real money? You don't get it, bro. I'm a savage with mine for real. I'm not these other people because I know how the world really works. I figured it out a long time ago. Like I said, I got the world before it got me. Yeah, these so-called women, they just want money. Real talk. That's why they always looking at me when I got the money like, you're like, I mean, I think they look like you don't know the power you have. Like, well, I do. I just never exercised it like that because I'm a genuine guy. But since none of you want to be genuine and you've taught me what you are and that you're cold and heartless, okay, no problem. You see what I'm saying? So now that I know the real game and that it's all just about money, okay, watch what I do now. Watch how I move. So you don't get. I was out in College Station doing the same thing, recruiting artists, so I could do it all over again, but the right way this time and really have the record label running. And what I would do is instead of wasting my time with these different fools and trying to recruit people that ain't gonna make the right decisions in the street anyway, I go get me a little studio set up, and I wouldn't do it at a Motel 6 run down like I did when I had money last time, with a Porsche parked out there. I'd go get me a real setup somewhere where I'm by myself around all the college students or people who are good, better people where I don't have to worry about nothing, right? And pay attention. And I can just focus on the music. And I'd build me a little studio. I'd go wherever, Guitar Center if I have to. I can't stand Guitar Center, but if I have to, I'd go there, get my music equipment, get me interfaces, get the one interface by Apogee, get the mics I need. I used to have the MK4, the Bluebird. I don't have them no more. I lost the Bluebird, and the other ones I kind of lost too. They were in the storage. I lost. So and I was just moving around because I didn't care at the time, right? But my point is, and it's no big deal, I could care less. But my point is, that's the thing. People don't understand. Do you understand how much stuff that costs so much money I've lost or thrown away or just not cared about? I don't care about money, bro. Money is replaceable, man. Money always comes back. Money is to be made and spent. Seriously. Don't care about material stuff. Y'all don't even know what I go through. Like I said, like, what? Brother, I got allergies so bad. There's been things worse, like tons of money that I just don't even want around me because it keeps like setting it off. Okay, you don't know what I've been through. So how can you judge me? You can't walk in my shoes, so you can't judge me, right?
I threw away my air mattress because I was allergic to the fucking air mattress. I was allergic to my basketball and my $300 skateboard and my $4,000 TV. Fuck it.
People be funny to me, man. You know what I mean? Like real talk, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You don't understand anything about reality. When I was driving my Porsche, like I said, there was a lot of times in that Porsche I was really going through it. I didn't care that I had a Porsche. I cared about my health and my safety and how I was doing. You get what I'm saying? Like cars and money and clothes and material doesn't mean nothing to me because of what I've been through. My life means something to me. My health means something to me. My safety means something to me. Matter of fact, that's first priority. Money and material stuff means nothing to me. It's pointless. I don't care about that because money will buy it back anyway and I can make money. So what do you mean? Why don't you just accept that I'm not like you because I'm not petty and I actually come from making
That's
money?
his actually pickup line, KLM. It's picking up women. It's called Get in the Cage, bitch. That's what he does.
Because I made it all myself. That's why these people can't even fathom or imagine being like me. Like you don't have the heart to walk in my shoes. You haven't been through what I've been through. How can you judge me? I'm not that hard to understand. If it's hard for you to understand or grasp, that shows me everything I need to know. We definitely don't need to talk because you can't offer me no advice because you're not thinking anywhere near my level. You see what I'm saying? So that's my point. Like, y'all are silly, man. Y'all really don't get it, bro. Do you understand that I'm literally looking at girls online right now that are in like France, and I'm actually able to talk to her. I don't be understanding a word she's saying. She be talking French, but I be really trying to talk to her sometimes a little bit. Bro, I'll go to France. I'm not playing. For that chick, I'll go to France. I'll get on a cruise or something. When God gives me the money, I will go to France, bro. It is beautiful over there. I be looking at it.
I see London. I see France.
Gorgeous,
I see
bro.
Joey's cardboard underpants.
I'll go holler at her. She'll be surprised as hell. I'll tell her whatever in French. I'll say, I'm coming right now over there.
I'm coming.
Believe it or not, I'll show the cruise and the whole way over, and I'll say, I'm coming. I'll show up in France. Y'all will be like, what the hell is Tyree Sneed doing? This boy's going to France? Yeah, I'll go to France for a chick. And show up. Be like, where you at? Can we talk? Real talk. I'd pull up. I'd say, I got this money. Here's a translator, electronic translator. Talk to me using this. I want to take you out on a date. Y'all underestimate the hell out of me.
You can almost see the change of, we talk about Daniel Larson and shit all the time. You can almost see the manifestation of the facial features where Joey has morphed into fucking Daniel Larson. And by the time when Larson got fucking taken away and you're looking at Joey gradually getting there, it's fucking amazing. It really is.
Talk. I'm gonna be Batman in France. I can reorder all my stuff. They probably got factories and companies over there that make all that stuff. You understand? Real talk, all of it. I could probably get everything manufactured, as a matter of fact, over there. I could get a real good setup in France as Batman and be Batman in France and find out how things work, the laws, the rules. I might be able to get certifications to do more. You know what I mean? I'll tell her straight up, look, this is my real career. I'm Batman.
He's already in another relationship.
I like you, and I want to get to know you.
Nonsense.
I need you to teach me how to speak French. I'm crazy. You all think you're crazy. I'm really crazy. I don't have any limits. I'll go to France, dog. Yeah. Okay. You don't seem to get it. There's some chicks in Australia that are fine as hell. I'll go out to the outback and start, dealing with the kangaroos out there.
Did y'all hear that one? Let's bring that one back.
Dog. Yeah. Okay. You don't seem to get it. There's some chicks in Australia that are fine as hell. I'll go out to the outback and start, dealing with the kangaroos out there.
Aboriginals having sex with the fucking locals, the local kangaroos.
Mm-hmm. Get me a pet kangaroo. Start having him on camera.
Holy shit!
I told you, you all think you're crazy. You don't know the meaning, bro. This world is mine. I do what I want to do. Real talk. What?
The cage
Y'all don't
kangaroo.
Get it, man. You trust me. You do not want me to have money again this time around because I traded money for knowledge and I learned so much it's unreal. Like, I'm not joking. Like, I'm being real with you. Like, bro, I'll go to Los Angeles, go to Hollywood one night, and go to Compton the next night with a bandana or do-rag on. I'm nuts. Okay? For real. I like the hood messed me up. I don't care about the things you care about. This is how
Could you imagine? All right, even if you don't feed the cow, you don't give the cows money. If we got Joey's Social Security guard, we got him a fucking goddamn passport, we got him to Australia. We paid for that, paid for his room and board. Nothing we're supposed to ever do, right? But the amount of money we could make in a pay-per-view of Joey fighting a goddamn kangaroo would be fucking amazing.
Live my life. I have fun. I ain't scared of nothing and nobody. See the difference? Especially if I got money. Are you serious? Because money talk and everything else walk. Feel me? What is y'all talking about? I'll go out there to South Beach and dominate South Beach easily. That's what they looking for. They all looking for a man like me with money. All of them out there. You think every girl out there, boy, every woman in Vegas
can't answer that, Red Screen.
Any woman I wanted in Vegas, I could get. Any woman. I've already been with the finest models, all of them, bro. Instagram models, all of them.
If you want me to really touch on that question, do you think if Christina ever told him he was 12 years old, would Joey still be like, fuck it? It's not about the number or the sex. Joey isn't in love with the idea of Christina, not the age or the color or the creed or the fucking whatever. So it's a slippery slope.
And they couldn't even handle me. They couldn't. Realistically, they could not handle me. want to talk about this and that, all that fake stuff, and then blah blah blah. I mean, that's cute. The minute I go into a club one night, San Antonio, anywhere, bro, and I study the club scene. That's what I was doing when I was in San Antonio because I was dating one of them. I was dating one of them. Okay, a dancer. I've dated a lot of them. I don't know anything about me.
Some of them were
Why would you
dudes.
talk about me if you don't know me? Weird, right? I used to study the club scene like how because you start figuring out who works who, what night. Everybody does that. It's normal because that was my lifestyle. I'd wake up, go to the club. I went to the Spurs game with you know who, remember? And then she tried to ruin the other game, waste the whole time in the car.
Jesus, yeah.
She want to do whatever, and she want to drink as usual instead of going and watching the game I paid for because she's miserable. I ain't got time for someone like that. That's why this next time around, I'll go to the Spurs game by myself or get me a better looking broad that's got the right attitude. They're going to appreciate the fact I got money and I'm paying for your ticket. And 100%, I want you to be completely single. Why do you think Rob Rack's talking about relationships? Because I am. It's a relevant thing at this point. I don't care what he talk about. I'm not against him. Like I said, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you figure it out. I tried to help you. I did. Try to offer you the right advice. You don't want to listen? All right. No problem. Because you're having a hard time, and as much, as weird a guy you are, I don't really enjoy seeing it, because that's still a dude, and I try to help out men. I'd like to see him do a lot better. Oh, that's another thing too. I get money from God. I can go take a trip out there to Sacramento and go talk to him.
And go help out men. I like to help out men. I like to help out men, says Joey Sneed the fourth.
I'll go talk to him. I ain't scared of him at all. I'll show up peacefully and tell him, look, here, I'll pay you money. You know what I mean? I want you to come with me. We're gonna shop for some actual clothes. I'm gonna get you all dressed up. We're gonna go out to the club. I'll go do it. I ain't scared of that boy at all. And you think he gonna say no? All that fake pride stuff he doing here?
Oh my God, dude. He's been doing nothing but gay talk all day, all fucking day. We did what, a 3-hour stream, was it earlier today? And then this one, an hour and a half. He's been going fucking straight gay all day. His gravy hair.
I doubt it. If I tell him, here's $5,000, you think he's gonna say no? I don't. I think he's gonna say, which club are we going to?
Yeah.
That's the thing. You got to give people a chance to get to know you, man. You can't keep on. What you're doing is you're stopping your own blessings and opportunities with the right people, and then you're associating with the wrong people. So a guy like him, all I can do is say, here's the opportunity. Would you like to do it or not? If he says no, then no problem. And I'll go eat by myself or meet someone else.
I'll find another dude.
But if I'm trying to help you, I mean, do you want the help or not? I'll go get you a brand new suit and get you in some collared shirt and go shop at Express. I'll get Rob Rack looking like a real pimp real quick. We'll go out to the club.
I will suck your dick.
I'll talk to him about the music. I'll tell him, look, you want to rap, right?
Negasonic.
Okay. Come rap here.
Say it. Stop fucking other guys.
You're going to get real studio going on. I need you to calm down and rap. I don't want to hear your gangster stuff. I don't want to hear your fake tall tales and your stories. And maybe some of them are real. I don't care. You're not going to impress me, and I'm not impressed by anything you talk about. See, that's the thing. It's up to me whether I want to offer anybody an opportunity. Right now, it doesn't look like I can. People have to learn to help themselves. See my point? If he has the right attitude and he changes his attitude, he keep acting like he wants to, but for what reason? You got to do things for the right reasons. Do it for you, brother.
You need to put a ring on this finger, bitch.
If he listens so much and he's so obsessed, how come he don't listen when I talk and give him advice? Real talk. I wouldn't mind doing that. I'd say, look, you need some money, dude. What do you need, bro? Like, you know what I mean? We can go out to eat right now. I'll get you some clothes. Like, we can get you right. And like, I'll get you at least a setup. Maybe I can get him something so he can record, and I'll teach him how to record music right in that same hotel if I have to, if he wants or whatever. whatever you want to do. I ain't gonna pay for everything for you, because that's just not right, and it's not gonna help anyway if you don't have the right mentality. But if you show me that you're serious and you have a good attitude, then I can do more to help.
This is crazy. This is him fucking just. Okay, we said it at the beginning of the year. When is Joey going to come out of the closet? Fucking this year. And this is the closest I think he's, well, besides when he was living in the trailer, as fucking the other twinks that were in there or getting pegged, whatever. This is pretty close.
You know what I mean?
You know what I
My
mean?
point.
You know what I'm saying?
I pull up, I tell him straight up,
I
look,
pull out.
you want to rap, right? Let's go get you the stuff so you can actually spit. And let's get you where you getting paid making money with it. Like, well, how do we do that? I don't know. We can use, digital distribution platforms. I'll pay for your releases. You put them, we can do the website approach again. I'll create a new website. We'll get it all rolling. And you can promote it and promote yourself as an artist of mine or whatever, or just as an artist, period. And we, try to make money like that. See if people want to buy your album. Or we got to figure out a way where you can get spins and you get paid for the spins. That's the main goal. You understand? I can get you tracks on Pandora, anybody. That's through digital distribution. I mean, I basically own my own digital music distribution company, but I turn it on and off when I want. So that's another thing I can do that basically like gives me all the money for whatever I sell. I didn't lose that. I have it. What do you mean? I'm going to come out on a different outlet and platform with it whenever I want. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll put your music on there and we push and promote it.
Rob Rocks, Ike Turner.
God told me you're going to be doing what you love to do. That's what I love to do. I love to do music. I want to promote it. I want to really run my record label, Cashapp, and I want to be Batman. I want to do all of it. I want to tour. I told my homeboy today, right? I said, if I get this money, I'm going to put you on. I want you to come on tour with me. He was like, what are we going to be doing? I said, I'm going to be Batman in every city. And whatever we want. I said, we could do music, whatever, basically. It's going to be like a tour. A lot of them, they don't understand. I don't think he understands, like, I'm an internet celebrity. I've been for a long time. So, I mean, when I say a tour, it's whatever I want to do. It's like if Justin Bieber goes on tour, right? It's not all music. Justin Bieber go on tour and does what he wants. With him, it kind of is music because he's a signed fake artist and he's owned by the record label. Me, I'm independent. This is my money. We do what we want. I don't have a set schedule unless, that's the thing. I see, these so-called women, they think they're accomplishing something. They say they making an investment. They pay to have a company put them on tour, right? So they go do a music tour across the country traveling and think they somebody now and think they doing the thing. And then I hear them talking, they talking about, I wanted to try it out to see if it's something I want to do for the rest of my life. And it is. I love it. How can you love something that you're paying for, and they said, I didn't make as much profit back as I put into it. So you made no money.
What?
And you toured across the country as a so-called quote unquote artist, like Dr. Evil says, what is it? What did he do the quotes around? I can't remember. Whatever, when he's like, $1 million, you know what I mean? Or what the father, whatever he does with the quotation. It's the same thing. You're an artist, quote unquote, who invests in themselves. You got to pay, and you lose out on profit. That's crazy.
He's having a stroke.
Like, this is what I'm saying. People in the world be doing it all wrong, but yet they think they better off than me because you might have a little bit of pocket change and money to do that, and you probably renting, or whatever you have, what you have because of a support system. You didn't work for it, lady. I hear Rob Rack trying to copy the way I talk about all that too. Everything I do, y'all want to copy. I'm asking why. If you're going to copy me, pay homage. Say Tyree Sneed is king and I appreciate everything he does. Say something positive. Yeah, she talking about like she an artist, like she established in the game, and you did a whole tour and it was a flop. If you didn't make more profit than what you spent to do the tour, you flopped. I can get y'all going on tours the minute go give me the bread, right? Because I've had money my whole life and been in a position to do this with folks. I just never thought to do it because I wasn't in that space at that time. Now I am. So now that I'm thinking completely clear and coherently about what I want to do musically, and I understand how it works now completely, how to do it independent, boy, I'll get y'all touring where you make profit. I'll pay you out of pocket once I get the bread. You see what I'm saying? Like, what am I going to pay a company for to put me on tour? Like, to me, that's crazy. You go on tour yourself.
No, Kale, he is not
You
drunk.
build your own fan base. You go on
I'm
tour
close.
yourself.
I'm working on it.
That's my point. Like, I could do it if I have the money. That's another thing I could do. I could say, okay, let me just pay that company they grand or couple of grand so they can put me on tour so I can have it publicized and marketed.
Smoke them if you got them.
That way people actually show up to the venue. But we be doing whatever we want, you know? Like, I'd be having fun on my tour. But that's what I'm saying. Then you on like a set schedule. I don't want to pay no company to go do the same thing. There's not even a guarantee that people are going to show up if they don't know who you are. I ain't paying no company to do that. You see what I'm saying? I ain't doing that. I create my own tour in 5 seconds. I just show up and tell them online, this is the city I'm in. I'm doing a fan meet and greet today, and I'm doing a tour. Who wants to come? Holla.
We're down here at Kroger's.
I'll meet people anywhere I want along the way. I'll stop at gas stations and talk to homies. I don't care. I'm not scared. I talk to whoever because I'm a big guy. That's why I do what I do for a living. I'm an enforcer for a living.
We're going to be at AM, PM on the corner of Slauson from 1 to 3 p.m.
That's what y'all don't get. Like, when I get money, I look at everything different because I look at people like, what can you bring to the table for me? I'll be pulling up everywhere. That's the way we used to move around. I pull up in every hood and be looking at folks like, what can you offer me? What can you do for me? Folks don't act the way they act online. Folks act like what it is. Like, oh, that's a gangster. That's Tyree Sneed. They be talking about me. He pulled up for real in our hood in a Porsche. That's what they say about me. Said we give him points. He get points for that. He get credit for that because he had the top down and he pull up in the Porsche in our hood and said, what up? By himself. And there was 25 of us coming outside. This really happened. You know what I mean? Y'all talk about, I want artist features. I want this artist on my track. Homie, once I get money, I can go pull up in Hollywood. I can go find Spider Loke. He probably out there in Compton still pouring broke. I can go find Young Buck. I can go find whatever artist I want to put on my track. They want to act bougie when they ain't got no money. That's silly as hell because they don't make no money. I ain't going to pay you a bunch to do a track with me. You want to do a track and get down or not? That's why I wouldn't waste my time with somebody trying to sell fake wolf tickets. Act like you make money.
Sat down
on
the floor, it sounded like.
Features or verses. That's why all y'all poor. See what I'm saying? Everything is a hustle. With all y'all, everything is a gimmick. You know what I mean? If I want to do a rap song with the Game, I'll go figure out where the Game stay at and where he at, and I'll go pull up in his hood and holler at him and say, yo, I need to talk to you. And, you know, the Game want to get tough? Okay. You know what I mean? Because the Game ain't tough as me. I'm a big guy, man. Y'all fail to recognize this. I'm really from the hood, bro. I'm a big dude, bro. You know, like, I'm arguably a lot stronger than him. Okay?
They're going to be at the Circle K across the street. We're under new management.
And if not a lot, quite a bit.
Grand opening.
I'm a big dude, bro. I've been around the best of them. So that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all
He's
don't
opening
get it.
up
Like,
for J-Rock.
Y'all don't think like me. I just think differently. Like, everything I do will be with God and won't be misled, but I just know me. I know what I can actually do. They talk about Grape Street gangsters. I can go straight to Grape Street and run everything and be the boss with money. And they won't even know I got bread because I won't make a big thing of it. I can show up back in Bankhead and run everything. What do you mean? Y'all heard what just happened over there in Buckhead around the shopping malls, the same area? Because the ghetto crossover into Buckhead, the nice area, is Bankhead, and you got railroad tracks in Buckhead. It's the same thing in Miami and the hoods I stayed in. You either go to the luxury mall to the left or you turn right and you got to go over them tracks. And I stayed over there next to Habitat and Homestead area in the brick jungle when you go over them tracks to the right. It's deep in there. And then I was in other projects. There was other brick jungles that was way worse with Garrick Williams, my best friend at the time when I was out of high school. In different parts of
Shout
Florida, I
out
didn't
Garrick
even know
Williams.
where we was at. He would tell me where to drive. He knew where we were going. He knew how to get back to his spot. I'd go there too. I'd go back to Miami. I would love to, actually. Miami's pretty tight. And I might have some old friends still over there that might live in the same areas that I might be able to holler at. That haven't seen me in decades, like years and years and years, that would be like, oh man, it's you, you're back. Like,
You
and
need
you
a
all
couch.
right. Like,
You
you
need
know
a
what I mean?
fridge.
Like, I want to go to Miami because I know Miami I can run everything in quick because I know how Miami is. And I'm talking about they got churches moving out there. I'll get with a church group that I actually like. There's a whole lot of things I could do. I'll meet buku women and they'll all love me. They love me in Miami. They love me in Miami. I go to Miami, bro. They'll be. I mean, they'll do anything out there. I couldn't even go to a buffet in Miami when I was in high school without women being like, "You're cute," trying to holler at me while I'm eating. I promise you. And they ain't about no joking in Miami. They about business out there. They get right to it. In high school, it was funny because my baseball team was making fun of me because I met you know what out there when I was too young and I didn't understand what was going on. And I was talking to her, and you know what I'm saying? Like they knew what she was, I guess, and like I just knew she was hollering at me and she was all into me, but I didn't know because I was in high school and they were laughing, bro. They could not stop laughing because she was just, you know, like she would not stop. She was super into me, and I was in high school, bro. You know what I mean? But I met her when I went to this little festival out there and stuff. So it's like, because I got her number real quick. So they were laughing because I guess they were like, he just pulled one of their
Holy
numbers,
shit.
you know, like the real ones out there in Miami. Like, yeah, I don't waste no time. Even when I was in high school, I had girlfriends in Miami and stuff,
Take a
plenty of
breath,
them.
dude.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I can go to Miami, man. I'm not going to be talking to the dudes y'all talk and associate with from Miami that claim they're from there. That's for sure. I'll be able to show you really quickly how they're nobody in Miami. You understand? It's different. I run Miami for real, bro. I know how Miami works, man. If you go to Miami, you're going to want to spend your time going to the malls. That's what it's at. Meet the right people, put you on. Like, when I got money, boy, I could start selling clothing out there, get me a clothing machine. I could get a hobby real quick and do that for fun, get the machine, print my own clothing designs, figure out what outlet to sell them through with somebody out there, talk to them, say, look, I want you to give me a real deal and I want to work with you. I don't want you trying to pull a fast one on me. I don't want you trying to make money off me. I want to go into business with you and I want to help you produce clothing and I want you to pay me for what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Or pay me for what I'm selling. If we make a sale, pay me for it. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I could just start my own, rent out the space or whatever. Like they got their little cubicles in the mall, get at my spot, right, and build it up.
Joey's got a little
You
kiosk
understand?
at the fucking mall selling fucking Joey shirts with this fucking punch. Him throwing a fucking punch. Joey's luxury apparel in the middle of the fucking mall. Oh God.
And be hollering at all the
You
women
almost
who
have
walk
to
by.
buy one.
There was a reading and download one day said that somebody want to sit me down and get me to stop or something like what I'm talking about, I guess, with women. I would love that, but you're gonna have to like do the right thing and put some money up. Because if you don't, I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing and hollering at all of them. There ain't a lot of women down here for me to talk to. I'm not around them barely at all. That's why I'm always busy being Batman, and it's good because it helped me be disciplined. But when I get out of here, oh, they're gonna be everywhere, and it's gonna be crazy for me because I'm not used to it anymore.
Come on, Joey. Let's wrap it up.
I rarely talk to
He's
women,
still
bro.
going.
So when I get to a major city, I'm gonna feel like I'm in a candy store. Literally, you know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be like they're everywhere and they're all good looking. I want to go back to Kentucky too, because that concert we went to with that guy who's nobody, Luke whatever, which I never want to go to a concert like that again. But it was all right. It was still cool. It was fun. I just am not a fan of any of them because they all sold their soul. But the concert was fun. But I had women trying to holler at me in there. But I saw so much material, bro. There's so many good looking women in Kentucky. Oh my goodness. They might have not been from there. Maybe they came to see him. I don't know. But it was crazy, son. Crazy, bro. There was good looking women at that racetrack I was talking to and hollering at. I think one of them liked me. And she has my YouTube too. She be watching. I'm sure she still watches to this day. So that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, y'all don't understand, bro. I'm telling you right now, homie, y'all is funny, man. Real talk. I'll go up to New York and do everything. You know what I mean? I'll be in the club. You don't really want to be in the clubs too much in New York because of how it is. But I'm just saying, like, I could really promote my rap thing and be Batman and be doing everything. You know what I mean? Like, y'all just don't get it, bro. That's just my vision. My vision is different than yours. It's a lot different than yours. You know, my vision is being Batman for real, and that's the thing. Batman is going to be able to take what he wants. Tell you straight up, I'll be able to take what I want and do what I want. I don't ask for respect. I take it. You think that New York is ready for me? Not at all. I'll take everything over. I'll run all of New York. 50 Cent said he runs New York. No, Batman really will run New York. I mean, with power, for real, pure dominance. You understand? So, like, that's the thing. Like, I'll run every borough out there, and I'll have my music pumping everywhere on the block. Do you have any clue who I am? And these folks know that's why they've been trying to stop everything because they know how smart I am. Like, yeah, I can get homies to sell my CDs on the block for me. Do you understand that? Real talk. Without paying them a dime, probably. I just say, look, here's my CDs. Can you sell them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. Tell them you can keep half the profit. Give me the other half. That's business. I don't want you to keep all the profit and I don't get nothing. It's the same thing folks did in the past. They ran off with the product, ran off with the clothing. I said, sell it, give me half the profit. They want to run off with the clothing and spend it on their habit and their waste of time or whatever. It's not what I told you to do. You didn't keep your word. You know what I mean? They ran away and they were scared because they knew what they did was wrong. This is what homies do. Why would you do that? That's you know what habits, bro. Why would you do that with someone that's being good enough to you to help you and put you on and give you free clothing to go sell so we can promote a clothing line? It's not like I gave you all the shirts. I had my own. I'm not good at selling them because I don't know who to talk to at the time. Now I'm sure I could do it, but when you got money, it's like you don't want to. You want someone else to do it because you don't want to be in the streets at the street level all the time around all the riffraff. You see what I'm saying?
He's lost
Bro, I
his
went to New
shit.
York and was meeting women, like really meeting with them, spending time with them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I I don't got to spell it out. So, I go to New York and do my thing. But I have women trying to holler at me. I already know what they like. They like me, my physique, and how I am. Like, boy, I'll go all around there looking good, and I'll pick me up a woman like nobody's business quick, and then go play basketball at Rucker Park. I'm not just talking. This is not Rob Rack where I talk about fantasies. Y'all know I've already done all this. I'm talking about reality, bro. This is my future and what I want to do. I'll go out to these little small country towns too, like Charlotte. I'll show up at that Waffle House again and see who's working. Because I used to have a girlfriend that worked there. I met her while she was working there. Came up to go to college. I went and ate at the Waffle House, and she was serving me. And she was a little older than me, mind you, and she was crazy. Like, it was to the point she was really good looking too, but I just didn't appreciate it so much because she was nuts. So I was younger, and I was just kind of, it took me by surprise how nuts she was, and I didn't really like it, But she was a good one. Honestly, I kind of should have kept her with me. You know what I mean? Now that I think back about it, because she really wanted to be with me, and then I think she got back with the one she was with because she left him for me, and she wanted
This
me,
is
but I wasn't really feeling it.
insane.
This is the actual truth. The situation is way different than what people want to say about me,
I don't have a
and they know it.
baker's
That's why they
fuck
talk
of
like
an
that.
idea what he's
But she
talking
was a
about.
good one. I should have kept her with me. I couldn't because of something I can't remember. It was just the way I was moving, what I had to do. I couldn't keep her with me, and I was meeting other girls. It was a whole thing. But like her, I actually liked. I'll go back up there. She might still be up there. I don't know. She was very reckless and crazy was the thing. So maybe not a good idea to have kept her around me. But she really liked me.
All right, sounds
You know
like
what I
he's
mean?
moving around.
That's the one I actually talked to, the one who was the boyfriend or whatever, and he was on the phone. He was like, "That would be messed up if you taken my girl." I've heard dudes tell me that several times, and I still do what I'm gonna do. And I was like, "Sure, that'll be messed up," and hung up the phone. Real talk. And like she's with me, like right here. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what people don't get. Like I'm gonna get what I want, homie. Always. Like I said, I didn't pursue her. She pursued me. I sat and ate at the Waffle House. I wasn't even thinking about any of that. She came up. She was my waitress, and she was like, "Man, you are so cute." I was like, "Oh, thank you." And then it just took off from there. Came back to the apartment and everything. I think that night. I'll go out to them little country towns too. There's all sorts of women out there, bro. Me single is a problem, dude. That's what you don't understand and want to acknowledge. It's a problem. And real women love me. I don't care about this new generation that can't see, needs an eye exam. I'm talking about real women. Boy, you have no clue, homie. They love me. You feel me? Oh, goody. We're at 93%. Here, give me a second.
Oh, shit. Does that mean he's going to go for like another 3 more hours?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. It's just different, man. Like, I want money, man. I want money again because I know with money, with the knowledge I have now that God's taught me and the fact I'll never forget about God ever, everything will still be about God every day. Truly. Because of that, I need the money, man. If I get the money now, there's so much more I can do with it. I can do anything I want. That's what God told me. He said, it's one of my gifts to you is like, you're going to be able to build a life anywhere you want. That requires money. You understand? I'm not going to work at a street level with nowhere to go again. I'm not doing that again, bro. Tell me. I'm just telling you the truth. I go back to Tarpon Springs where I went to high school. I'm the man out there. Real talk. You know what I mean? I want to attend all these different games too at places. I'll start showing up at random basketball, baseball, football games, and people will be like, who the hell is that? Because I'm a celebrity. I look like a celebrity when I show up places. People are like, who is that? Even when I went to the game at like St. Joe's when I came back here a long time ago in my 20s, when I had all the money, they was looking at me like, somebody told me, it was like, I saw you there. It was like, you look like a celebrity, or like you stood out. I'm like, thank you. You know, like folks know I'm a little different. I'm a different ball game. Like I'm independent. I do my own thing. Yeah, I showed up at one of them football games when I had all the money and folks was just looking. Because it looks like Eminem is coming to your football game and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it just you could just look at me and see like that's somebody. I don't know who, but it's somebody. That's how folks be looking at me. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to them rodeos. That's for sure. That's what I really want. I want to give me a cowgirl. Real talk. I want to go to them rodeos in Fort Worth and get me a cowgirl. I'm a holler at them straight up. I would literally tell them, boy, I'd put on the whole outfit and act like I'm from out there, and I'd just tell them straight up, I'm not from here. I'd be like, I just wanted to impress you. I'd tell them straight up. They'd probably be laughing like no other. I'd be like, look, I got money. I want me a cowgirl like you. Like, what I got to do?
I mean, what is the over under of how many directions since he's taken a fucking breath has he been going right now? This is absolutely fucking insane. He hasn't been this insane in a long time.
Straight up. I tell him straight up, bro. I'm too old now. I'm not going to sugarcoat, and I'm good looking. I'll just tell him, look, like, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like we can do whatever. I got bread. The minute I get the money, bro, you don't understand. It's on, bro. They'll let me play at them open gyms out there too in Fort Worth again.
Stop sticking. He's just marathoning all day.
Doing whatever I want in my spare time. You can't be serious. I can't believe that folks act like we still competing. Y'all called Seton Hospital, homie. You know what happened, right? You know what I went through, right? And we're competing. That's fair to you? And I'm still stronger than all y'all and better and do everything better than you? That's crazy, man. You got a long way to catch up, little homie. You feel me? You got a long way to catch up to the gangster. You look up to me, huh? Because I'm the man. It's not fake over here. See the difference? That's the thing I realized. Like, I'm too real for TV. I be so real. I realize I really need to tone it down and relax because I be doing too much. I understand that now. But it's just how I'm wired. Like I said, the hood messed me up.
Basically lost his shit tonight. Just.
That's why people be looking at me like, I think a lot of people got mad love for me and how I am, but they just be looking like, man, he's crazy, bro. Like, good. I'm the good kind of crazy. I'm the crazy you have to be. That's the way I existed to this point. Seriously, I'm the crazy that you have to be. My crazy comes from survival. My crazy is just the world. It's reality. It's the way it is. It's the truth of the world, not the sugar-coated stuff. You got to be crazy to survive. So it carries with you and it sticks with you because you have to have it. And you don't want to get rid of it or lose that craziness and that edge because that's the street edge that's going to help you in the business world, especially if you're independent. I'm not trying to deal with corporate America, little homie. You don't get, if I get money, I go over there to Coast to Coast Mixtapes. I go back to Miami and talk to Coast Mixtapes. I got a single out on the most downloaded mixtape in the world, Coast to Coast Mixtape. Like I said, it was like volume 152, hosted by Idris Elba. The single's called Street to Bring It Out of You. I could go pay them some money and go do the tour again with them and meet all them broads and them people. I don't like performing. I can't remember my.
Are you going to wear the pants you have on right now?
I'm not a rapper like that, obviously. I don't know. Maybe I could do it, but it takes a lot of work for me to remember stuff, bro. I've had, I've been through a lot physically, man. It's not the easiest thing for me. That's something I have trouble with. Remembering lyrics and songs, especially when I just made it. They wanted you to perform within like 4 days, bro. That's crazy to me. I just made the song. How the hell am I going to remember the whole lyrics and song? You want to do it like a karaoke thing and show me my own lyrics, then I can do it. I've done that one time. I froze up on stage and forgot my lyrics in Florida somewhere else. It wasn't bad. It wasn't professional. It was in a bar, so it didn't matter.
Yeah,
But
that's
like,
pretty
it's
good
scary when you're on
video.
stage performing.
Man, I haven't seen that
I'll
in
be
years.
honest with you. And I felt mad embarrassed because I was younger. Now I wouldn't care. I didn't feel that embarrassed. I really didn't care. I thought it was funny. But
Does
like, I
anyone have a
actually saved
link to
myself and
that?
I carried the song
Let me
on. Like, I
pause it.
got back.
Does anyone have a link to that video? Shit. I remember seeing it when Joey was doing the fucking karaoke and he couldn't fucking remember the fucking verses.
On track. That was the cool part. And it happens all the time with performers, but they're lip syncing, bro. They be having their stuff playing in the background. Mine was like a legit performance. That's why people don't give you the credit. Like, you think it's easy to remember lyrics? Nah, bro. They got ad libs and stuff playing. They got the lyrics playing in the back. That's why they don't forget the lyrics, because they can catch right back up. I didn't. My track literally didn't have nothing on it. It was just a beat. I had one that did have it, and that's the one I wanted to use, but I didn't have it. I had just made the song like not too long ago. You know what I mean? And I met this chick and something, and her people or something, and then I slept on their couch for like a night or something because I was living in my truck. It was a whole thing out there, man. I was on a survival mission out there. And then one of her people was saying some crazy thing. Well, go do this. Where did you ever get the impression that I would ever do anything like that? First of all, where do you get off even talking to me like that? I didn't put up with it at all. There was a couple of people in Florida I met that was crazy and on some weird stuff, and I told them off and told them what it was. I didn't back down to anybody. Especially out there like Cape Coral and all them little areas. There's a bunch of disgruntled so-called women that ain't about nothing and they and their feelings because they broke. I'm telling you the truth, straight up. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, I don't waste my time with so-called women for that point because they're all in their feelings all the time. They'll sit there and entertain you and act like they like you, and then the thing is they're all jelly. So like, you're a man and you're supposed to be a man, and they haven't matured for some reason and don't want to just act the way you're supposed to act. I don't have time for that. You going to sit there and act some way with me and act different? Then why was you pursuing me? I don't got time for that. I don't. It's either you about the business, you either on or you either in or you out. You either want to be a part of what I'm doing and with me or you don't. There's no second guessing, no wasting time. I don't go on dates. You either in or you out. Now, straight up. You want to be a part of what I'm doing. You want to build with me. You want to build everything for us.
One thing you have missed, Sticky, if you're still in here. He was preparing for a date with another man. Fuck women. I want to find a real man that I can fucking put some nice clothes on and we can go out to a club. He made other hints earlier today about his gayness and all that shit. So that's been the theme for the start of the year, is like, when's Joey coming out of the closet? Today has been one of the gayest days Joey's has had in years.
Together, you let me know and you holler and say that's what you want to do. But you got to express that. See, women think men are going to take the initiative. For what? Not anymore. It's not going to get us anywhere. The world is too weird. And y'all are on some weird stuff, to be frank. You feel me? I know somebody do. You don't get it, bro. I'll do everything. I'll go out to them baseball stadiums I grew up playing in Florida where they had the Ken Griffey Jr. camp. I'm sure they're not doing it now. I don't know what happened with him. Ken Griffey Jr. had a lot of issues going on. He had depression going on and stuff. I hope he's all right. I don't even know. I met him. I met his son when I was young out there playing ball. I met Barry Larkin. I met George Foster. All good, pretty good, cool people. I don't know if they're good people, but they were cool people. They were all right. Ken Griffey was real quiet, man. Ken Griffey Jr. didn't really talk that much.
Oh, geez.
He was a quiet dude. That's why you could tell that he kind of had his own issues going on. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. They're still people like you and me. That's what people got to remember. Like, I'd rather treat someone as a human being. I don't care who you are. Like, you may be going through something, and I may be able to help you. I don't look at anybody as anything impressive, or like, people are people. People need help. We all need help. You know what I'm saying? I'll go out there though. I'll go to them baseball stadiums. That's what you don't get. When I get the money from God this time, I'm gonna go approach minor league teams and tell them, "Yo, look, I want to play, bro. You got a tryout or something I can do?" They're gonna be like, "Who the hell are you?" I'm gonna be like, "Tyree Sneed." Well, we don't know who you are. That's fine. Do you have an open tryout? Yeah, we do. It's on this date. Okay, I'll be there. I can bat right and left. I was literally I was probably the best shortstop in the world at 12 years old. I was a prodigy. Colleges were trying to recruit me. So if I can remember how to do it all, which I would do in front of y'all on camera on here, and it'd be a real cool process.
I can only remember
see,
how to scramble eggs
as a kid, trying to do it as an adult and relearn everything. And y'all would be like, it'd be a whole journey on here. Y'all would be like, wow. It's a real risky sport at this point with everything I've been through physically. That's the thing I'm kind of afraid of. That I'm genuinely afraid of. But baseball is a scary sport because you just don't know. That ball is flying all over the place, and I've already had that happen too several times. And you just don't know what can happen. And then people got bats and stuff, and they're swinging and they're not looking. Anything can happen in baseball. You got to really be careful. So That's one of my fears, but I'm not saying I couldn't maybe get past it a little bit and still try, you know? I mean, especially if I had money to try to take care of myself, but it'd be scary as hell, I'm not gonna lie. Baseball's scary because you just don't know where a pitcher's gonna throw the ball.
You know
And
what?
they throw
Fuck that
fast.
idea.
So
I
there ain't no second
changed my
guesses or
mind.
second chances. I mean, if they don't throw that ball right, you don't know what's gonna happen. And you can only do so much. You know what I'm saying? That's the other thing too. I don't know if they allow it when you're grown, but I would want to wear a face mask on my helmet for sure. That's the number one thing. I'd wear that helmet. I'd wear a face mask. I want my whole face protected, or I ain't doing it. That don't even make no sense to me. Like just because I'm grown, I still need protection. Them dudes is throwing 90 to 100, bro.
And I'm
That
not
ain't no joke,
flying
bro.
anywhere.
That's
I
worse
gotta
than
take the
anything, bro.
bus.
You serious? A baseball? Take it from somebody who's been through it. Baseball is no joke, bro. Even softballs are no joke. They're not soft. Good. They call them softballs. They ain't that soft.
My dad
You
has
know what I mean? So
thrown
that's what I'm
balls
saying.
at me
Like, no,
numerous
hell no.
times. I
Like,
know what it feels
but I could go talk to them too. And I need to get me a radar ball and see if I can throw over 90 and get consistent. If I could do that, they'll sign me to any major league team. They really will. If I show them on video, like if I put it on this channel and I start contacting MLB teams and say, hey, look, man, I'm throwing over 90 with accuracy, bro. That's what people always say. If you could throw over 90 something with accuracy, like especially 93, 95 at least, if you get up to 98 like Randy Johnson and stuff like that, boy, you got it made, bro. They're going to print you a contract. Straight up. You throw it 98 with accuracy, they're going to really give you a contract. So I don't know. My arm, whatever, got messed up in middle school because of people being jelly because they sent them to do it or whatever. Like I told you, I never was the same, couldn't throw the same, but I'm older now and it's been a long time. So I don't know. And I've been through different stuff physically with that
Oh
right
my
arm, but
God.
maybe somehow God could, get me where I could do it again because that's what God does. Just like God is fixing my voice.
Him
I told
talking
you,
himself
remember I
into
had a
the
hoarse
stories
voice
and
just
out of the
recently from what I went
stories,
through physically?
in and
I
out,
survived the
one after
impossible
another.
again. And I told you maybe it's going to change my voice. My voice sounds better now. Like I can get higher notes and stuff than I ever could. I can sing almost like Justin Timberlake now. God works in mysterious ways, bro. Y'all just don't get it, man. Real talk, bro. You have any idea what could have happened to me that day? This was just recently, like 2 weeks ago at most. Maybe it happened to fix my voice or make my voice more powerful where I can sing. I don't know. God is amazing. God will do, crazy things that you can't understand when you're going through it, but it's for a purpose. I don't know. So you got to keep that in mind too. I'm not exactly going to be singing like Ohio, you know what, like roller coaster of love, say what, roller coaster, you know what I mean? But like, I can kind of do it, as you can see. Real talk. Justin Timberlake be tripping me out because he be singing like this. Oh yeah. Justin Timberlake, funny. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like the way Justin Timberlake sings, like the way you folks talk, like there's no way that would fly. Like y'all have something to say about every little thing. If Justin Timberlake sang in front of anyone, they'd be saying something. So why is it okay for him to do high notes, but if I do it, it's a problem? When it ain't even that far apart, literally. Like lyrically, it doesn't sound that much different. So I just don't get it. Like y'all, it's like Eminem rapping and me. Like y'all got something to say about me rapping, but I rap better than him. Always rap better than Eminem. He was never that good. My old friend Marco Thompson told me, he said, women are in love with words. I didn't really understand it. I was
Marco
trying to get him to
Thompson.
explain it to me. Now I do. It's not words. You're in love with whatever you're told that's fake. I think that's what he was trying to say. You're brainwashed. That's fine. Do what you do. I could care less what you do. If you're not an awoken being, I don't care how you feel about anything. Women or not. That's what people don't get. I don't care what women do. Brother, I know how all these places are. I went everywhere. That's the thing. I traveled when I didn't have a lot of money to a lot of places and when I had money. So I've been to Indianapolis and went to the club and was out there, checking it out while I was pretty poor. And I was just going to get my bus ticket back or leave on the bus, to get back wherever to Austin or wherever the next day. So I've seen Indianapolis. I've seen the club scene. I've seen, the different restaurants. I've seen, how they got some good looking women. I could go up to there. I could go up to all these places. I'll go up to Indiana. I go anywhere. That's all I'm trying to tell you is like you don't know what my next step going to be. Like it's going to be real hard to track me or figure out what I'm doing. And God said you going into hiding, so that makes sense. If I'm going into hiding, that could be I'm going to be mobile too. I could show up at a shelter, bro, and have $12 million. You don't know. Nobody knows. You see what I'm saying? They got shelters in Indiana. I could go in there and act like I'm poor. They're not going to know who I am. Nobody. You see the point? And I could be Batman, acting like I'm just a regular Joe. And it'll help, like I said, because that's the thing. You always able and allowed to use the resources around you. I would look for jobs. Even if I had 12 million in the bank. You don't know that. I don't got to act like I got 12 million. Maybe that's money I'm saving. Maybe that's just life-saving money. You understand? Maybe it's money I don't want to touch. Maybe it's money I didn't know I had. Could be way more than that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's
This is
diners out there in
fucking
Indiana. I'll go talk to
nuts.
them like I did before, and they'll probably hire me. I'll tell them, look, I want to really cook. Like, I want freedom to do what I want, though. I would tell them I had money, so they know that they can't tell me what to do because I can quit anytime I want. I'd say I want a job where I have freedom, and I just want y'all to treat me like a normal person. I don't need this job. I just, I want to have fun and I want to learn how to cook and I want to, have freedom to make my own recipes and show you stuff. Can we do that? And if they're like, hell yeah, I'd be like, cool, because I'm here to have fun. I'm going to work hard though. Whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to be on point. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hard worker,
What the
but just that way they
fuck?
know if I ain't feeling it, I can just walk out whenever I want. And then it's up to them if they want to deal with that or not. It's not like I have the right attitude. I'm not going to just walk out, but you know what I'm saying? Unless you're not, talking to me right or something,
I'm just gonna cook myself
because I
something
don't
to
need it.
eat, and then I'm gonna take it with me.
That's the way power works. It's just like this. I do what I want to do. See the point? Social media already. I do what I want to do. I don't do what folks tell me. I do what I want to do. Everything I've created here on here, including the fact I get paid, is because of my doing. I earned this. I did this. Nobody gave me an opportunity. Nobody gave me the guidelines. Nobody gave me a blueprint. Nobody gave me a manual. Nobody said this is how you do it. I just figured it out and did it. This isn't a job. This isn't an opportunity. It's something you have to build yourself. And I'm the only one who did it, and genuinely. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. The folks y'all talking about, like him and all those people, they gave up on themselves. They're not even trying to make digital money no more. And that's crazy because that's why I've been trying to conversate with you to say, hey, let's get you back on track.
Fucked up.
I want to see people like Rob Rack make digital money, despite the fact he may not be a good person. I want to see good for everyone. I'd like to see him do better where he's not sitting there drinking, singing, I don't know, whatever the hell he's singing, old school R&B or whatever when he can't sing. I'd rather have him where he can, do something right and productive. Everything I do is just to help people, no matter what, no matter how they feel about me. So, like I said, I'll go to Sacramento and see what Sacramento about. I don't remember spending much time there. I don't think Sacramento is a very upper class city. I think it's ghetto as hell and hood. That's why he's there. If he's from there, that makes a lot of sense. He said he's from Oakdale. I'll go figure out what Oakdale about. I imagine it's a hood out there in the Bay Area. If you acting like that's Oakland, I don't know. I mean, maybe, but I just think that a lot of stuff you say is kind of fake. I think that you're a dude who you're entitled and you've messed up all your opportunities because of your habits. That's what I think. I don't think I'm pretty much positive, you know. But that's the thing. Me, I could go to Oakland and make something of myself, and I rap. You don't get it. I can talk to anyone. Hell, if I wanted to talk to Jay Prince, I could talk to Jay Prince. He just needs to understand that I run Texas and he doesn't. I don't need to discuss that with him in person. I have no interest in it. For what? I'm going to argue with an old man when I run Texas and he doesn't? That's silly. I don't care what he thinks. I don't care what he tells himself. And I've made him spend more money than he'll ever imagine. He's not rich, just another Mason. But I could talk to him. I wouldn't want to talk to Jay Prince because I don't want to deal with him, period. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. Them rappers, even though I can be a fan at a distance from some of the rappers who were around Jay Prince and stuff like that, that's what I'd rather do because I don't really want to meet him because then it's going to ruin it for me because we may not get along. And I've already had that happen. It kind of happened with Cali Muscle. I used to kind of like Cali Muscle, and then I met him. I don't want that to keep happening. I have my heroes and people I like. I don't want that to get ruined. I'm getting older now. I'm starting to understand how it works. Sometimes you got to just let things be. I would love to meet some people. I'd love to meet 50 Cent. I'd love to meet Lloyd Banks, people like that. That I would love to do. And again, there's no guarantee that we'll get along. I think 50 Cent would like me because we think alike. I think he would like me. I think he'd be like, yeah, he's smart. I think that's what he would say. I think he'd understand me, and I think he'd be like, yeah, what you're doing, I respect it. I really think he would respect what I'm doing. I think if they ask him if I get, when I get that big as a celebrity, I think he's going to co-sign and say, yeah, that dude's for real. I don't know though, because he's a Mason. Most Masons, they always have something not positive to say because that's just part of their agenda. So I don't know. And I know there's a conspiracy, so I don't know how that works. But if he gave a real honest opinion, I'm sure he'd be like, no, he's cool as hell. I'd be like, I mess with that. That's kind of like, because we both wear a bulletproof vest too. He wore one coming up. He understands the applicability of it and the necessity to wear one. He wore one coming up in the hood even when he wasn't rapping. So he should relate to me. You know what I mean? I came up hard. This was never fake. You feel me? So, I don't know. That's the big difference between me and most people. Everybody else is doing stuff for show. I'm doing it because I have to. I'm real. People can say what they want about me, but I'm active and I'm real and I'm in the street with it. I'm different. So everything around me is real. You don't know what's going to happen around me. You don't know what's going to happen concerning me because I'm real.
I gotta pause this. I didn't know there were so many comments. I was so far behind. Comments just kind of stopped and it didn't notify me that I was getting any comments. So I do apologize. Fuck.
It's the
Fuck.
same way they tried to portray him.
I'm catching up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they took my story. I'm not going to have that conversation with him. I'd just be
Shit.
nice to him. Like, what's up? I want to meet Lloyd Banks. I think Lloyd Banks is pretty smart. I think people don't give him credit. Him, Young Buck, I
Joel,
would
what's
want to
up?
meet because I've been a fan my whole life. Lloyd Banks is the one I want to talk to because I think he's smart as hell. I think folks be
My
underestimating
bad.
him. I think he was one of the smartest ones. I think he knew what he was doing rap wise, lyrically. He played his position, and I just think he's a smart dude. I think he knows a lot that he doesn't let on. That's one I think is pretty smart. As far as rappers, Fabulous is not smart. None of them. Dr. Dre, not smart. Snoop Dogg, definitely not smart. Had everything to do with what happened to Pac. Suge Knight, same thing. I believe Suge Knight is a coward, right? I'm not going to learn anything from them, but there's a couple of them that I could learn something from. Tech Nine, same thing. Fake. Who else? I didn't even want to say that name on here. Yuck Mouth. Him, I kind of
Damn.
want to
All
talk
right.
to
I'm
and
caught
meet,
up.
but I know I couldn't learn anything from him. Who else? I think I could maybe learn something from Akon a little bit, but I don't really like him. I think he's a coward too. I think all that stuff's fake. But I would want to meet him because he's like from Africa, so he might have some stories and stuff. Who else? Eminem was cloned. Uh, man, trying to think who's smart. KRS-One, I would want to meet. I'd have a conversation with him. He all right. It's a little better than
I'm
most.
trying to think of
Who
who's
else?
smart.
I think he's a Mason for sure. I think his name shows that too. But he has some esoteric knowledge a little bit. You can tell. I mean, the Masons are supposed to, but that's what they say. We're the smartest people ever. No, you're not. KRS-One didn't even have that great of a career. Apparently, he wasn't rich, and he never has been. The real rappers are just about the art form. That's what I like about him, though.
Right.
He knew his stuff. He could think. I like thinkers. You know, I just know something about Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks was just different. Nobody was on what Lloyd Banks was on. Even some of the women had to admit that were with the record label. They said he was like the star, like he was the one, like, yeah, because Lloyd Banks has a gift. Like, Lloyd Banks can actually rap. That's why he was smart. He always played the background and he was pretty real too. And he'd be going through some real stuff. He took L's in the street. He's lost. He's been through hell, and he would keep it moving and be a gangster about it. That's what I respect about him. He would really come up. And I mean, I'm talking against real jealousy like I do. And just like I do, I keep on, but me, I haven't taken no L's. I just handle everything like a man. He really took some L's going through it, but he kept his chin up and kept being a gangster about it and being quiet. And I appreciate that. Like, he was all about being a street dude, still repping that. I respect that. You know, dude was, smoking a lot, but going on tour by himself, driving in a nice car, going to the concert. I respect a dude like that because that's more a street dude to me. You understand? And rapping about what he's doing and a lot of what he's living. Trying to think who else I would want to talk to. Not Ti for sure. He's fake. He's candy. He'd be trying to act tough. He's bird chested and little. Who else? Definitely not Ludacris, that's for sure. Definitely not Tyrese. Uh, Tank Davis, you know who? I would never want to talk to him. He's a waste of my time. He's like 3 feet tall, bro. I can't believe y'all can't defeat that scrub. That stuff is crazy, man. He ain't even that good at that sport. Floyd Mayweather definitely don't want to talk to. I'd get the hell away from him. If he tried to talk to me, I'd say I'm good. Same Conor McGregor, I wouldn't want to talk to. He'd probably just get on my nerves. He's just amazing. He's a little leprechaun. He'd get on my nerves quick. I'd let him know. I don't even get, like I said, like I told you what happened in Austin with what's his name? The hell is his name? Not Mini Me, the one that worked with Johnny Knoxville. That really happened too. What was his name? Wee Man. Wee Man has no respect whatsoever. And I had all the money at that time, and I bought him a drink, and I told y'all how he acted. And yeah.
Remember this?
But who else?
Remember that? That's why I have the song Kicking Midgets. When he told that story fucking last year. That's on I think that's on Sheriff Songs to Perp 2 Volume 1. I think I made the cut. I can't remember. It's a lot.
Johnny Knoxville, no interest in meeting. The other one, definitely Steve-O, definitely don't want to meet. Not interested in meeting any of those folks. I'm trying to think, bro. I thought there was more that like I'd actually want to talk to. Definitely would have wanted to meet, some of these folks. I'm trying to think. I can't think who else. Definitely not Diddy. Definitely not Jay-Z. Don't want to meet them or talk to them ever. I don't know. Justin Timberlake, not really either. He's just a Mason. He was going through it too. I heard his tour was a flop too, and people were laughing at him and stuff because he was doing this new album and nobody liked it. That really happened too. See, I don't even talk about anything that actually has happened. That's my point. Another place I want to go back to when I get the money is Kansas City because I checked out the whole city that day when I was tired as hell. Remember, and I was waiting on the Greyhound, and I was dealing with you know who. And Kansas City is cool though. Like I had an awesome breakfast. Was that? I think that was Kansas City, right? And then remember I went to that shelter out there or whatever, and I just didn't stay. I left. I didn't want to do all that. Some weird program. They didn't want you to have a phone. Hell no, I ain't doing that. Hell no. But when I get money, oh, I'll go to Kansas City because they got awesome food. And that breakfast was delicious. I don't care. It was a little egg with like peppers and stuff, but they cooked it all right, man. That stuff was good. And I went later in the day. I was exhausted because I stayed up like all night and then all day I was walking around there all night. So I go in the morning, I go eat that breakfast, I think. Then I go and try the other stuff, right? And they had this cobbler, bro, that was delicious, bro. And it was in like a supermarket. Their supermarket, as opposed to here, I'm sorry, but the quality of what you can get and the taste to me is just phenomenal. I would go to Kansas City just so I could eat the food there every day. Like,
Oh,
and I heard their
I'll eat the
barbecue is
food
amazing.
right
I didn't
there
even
in
get
the
to try it there,
supermarket, and
so
I'll
I
walk
would
right
definitely
out.
want to try the barbecue. You know, what I mean, I'm sure it's delicious, like baby back ribs and stuff with like mesquite sauce and stuff. Like, yeah, I want to try that.
Yeah.
I like Kansas City, and they got them YMCA's, and that's the thing. I'll tell you straight up, I'll be joining them YMCA's wherever I'm at immediately, so I can play ball in
YMCA.
there and get my footage.
Come on. 1, 2, 3. It's fun to stay. Sorry, I got a mouthful of fucking crackers.
That's what I wanted to do back in the day, remember? Because I was doing the street ball tour, and I didn't have time to do it there because I was trying to do the street ball tour while I was traveling and tired as hell. That's the thing. Like I said, man, I don't know what's up with that one in Green Bay and all y'all people, man. Because she was in a position to help me out. She watched me play in Green Bay at that YMCA, remember? And I did extremely well. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my thing. Like she could have been putting money behind me and help. She could still be doing that. I know she can make money, and instead making all these horrible decisions and making no sense and dealing with people who ain't about nothing. What was the point of that? Just because these people are jelly, that don't make no sense. Because you got ex girlfriends who wish they could be with me, so they get getting in your ear and telling you a bunch of lies, and you just believe whatever you're told. That's silly, you know. And then like that's the thing. At this point, even if you did try to come back and talk to me and deal with me, you've done too much. Number one, and you did it all intentionally, and you know it. And then on top of that, what is there to talk about? You chose to do all these weird things and go against me and do what you did. That was your decision. You chose to listen to folks that knew had no credibility and you should have known what they saying wasn't true. And I think you did. You just wanted to be against someone. Okay. That's why, because they feel guilty, because they are guilty, because they know what they did. I know exactly everything you did. So what do you mean? And all the truth is going to come out in court. That's what I'm saying. Meanwhile, you could have helped me, so I could have done this street ball tour. You could be helping now, so I could build the whole thing. I mean, that
To
was cool. That
Minneapolis
time was
lobster.
cool.
Yeah.
I missed that time. That's what people don't get. That was a good time because she was actually backing me financially and would cash at me 50, $100, whatever. Like it was cool. Had you just acted right when I was up there in Green Bay, we would have been all right.
He's talking
And I
about
had
Jenny right
jobs
now.
that you ruined. Oh, like how you gonna not want me to make money when I'm helping you and paying for hotels for you to be in? You know what I'm saying? You want me to help you with your rep, but you want to affect my job so I can't work? That don't make no sense. It's contradictory as hell. What kind of mentality is that? That's not a relationship. You don't know how to have a relationship because you're immature. Same thing they was saying up there. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh, I wish a woman would start doing that. Real talk. I wouldn't care who it was almost at this point. I mean, I would hope I like you. I miss those days when a woman was sending me $50 to $100 in Cashapp consistently saying, "Hey, I back you and support you in what you doing." It helped me to do a little bit. I was traveling doing that street ball tour. That's what I need. I need me a woman on here that's going to get behind me and say, "I'm going to back you completely." And quite frankly, she owe me, so she's who should do it. Real talk. But that's the thing. That's why all this waiting for other people stuff. Hell no, I don't have that choice anymore. I did what you asked. I did more than you asked, and I went on my way for you. You've given me nothing. $3. I'm going to wait on an illusion that you've given no proof of? That don't make no sense. I'm not waiting on nobody and nothing. I'm going to take whatever comes my way that I want. Nah, one of these ladies on here want to cash at me 50, $100 and say, "Hey, I'm going to back you." It doesn't have to be all the time, but if you were consistent like they used to be, you know, somebody who doesn't support me or wasn't in love with me ain't going to send me $3,000 over the course of time. Nobody does that unless they're in love with you. I don't care what none of y'all say. It's just that simple. You understand? Like, we all know what it was. I've been genuine with everybody. It was never anything different. I make jokes on here, but it was never, I was always genuine. I was good to everybody. So that's what I'm saying. And quite frankly, like, that's the thing. I spent over $3,000 helping you folks. Remember, getting hotels and all this stuff when I should have never had to do it, and you had me doing that. So, you know, you owe me. You know, so it's like, I don't know. Like, I hope somebody, you know, steps up and is like, man, I want to help you because that's what I need right now. I'm tired of doing this by myself. You know, I really am. That's the thing, you know, that's why I never really paid attention. I never cared how other folks felt or what they said or fake stuff or whatever. I didn't care about that. I ignored that because I was like, it was an all right time for me. I enjoyed when they were over here. You know, I enjoyed going out, you know, to the bowling alley having fun. I enjoyed it. I was just going through what I'm going through. I still go through the same thing. That's not in my control. It's something that happened to me. You know what I mean? You should care about that and want to be there for someone. You know what I'm saying? But no, I enjoyed the bowling alley thing. I enjoyed everything. I thought it was fun. You know, I had a great time at the time. I was super happy with the way that things were to an extent. But, you know, a lot of it was my own situations and the things I was going through too. And a lot of those things got corrected because of me. And anybody who, you know, when they showed me their true colors and they're against me and don't want to see me happy and don't want good things for me, I can't be around someone like that and deal with someone like that. You get what I'm saying? That's just common sense. That's how the world works. It was never my decision. It was your decision. You're the one who did that. I mean, come on, bro. I went out my way for everyone. I built everything for everyone. I had a good thing built. And then every time I'm building for someone, they want to come and try to do what they're doing with what I'm building. That don't make no sense. Why would you ask me and I'm building things for you and for me and us, and then you want to drag me down and then act like that makes sense? That don't make no sense. So like I said, some people just don't make sense. They just all over the place with it. They can't get it together. They're crazy. You see what I'm saying? Like, I need somebody who's stable. And that's hard to find because you women is out there, bro. Like, real talk. A lot of you, I don't know, bro. It's like talking to 7 different people at the same time. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. Like, man, I wish I could get me a woman that supported me and backed me and really wanted to contribute and donate. I got a Cash App, a PayPal, and a Venmo. That's all any of them have to do to holler. Here, look, here's $500. I'm down. Here's 50 to 100 to start. I'm gonna keep sending you money and I'm gonna back you. I've had enough of this. That's what a real woman does. The truth. I ain't never gotten on here and been manipulative. I get on here and say the truth. That's how I know my homie's my homie. My homeboy just got me the best Bible in the game, bro. This Bible, I haven't even looked at it yet. This Bible is amazing, bro.
It got me
You
the
serious?
best Bible in the game. I haven't even looked at it yet. It's a laminated cardboard cover.
Like I said, I'm around, what did I tell you, like 465, 467, something like that. I'm doing pretty good, man. He just brought me a whole bunch of clothes. I got a whole bunch of clothes. I haven't even looked at them yet. I'll probably check them out tomorrow. I don't even feel like doing it right now. Like, brand new clothes.
You were
That's
wearing the
pretty
shirt
cool.
out of the bag today.
Like, I'm gonna tell him I want to get some more shoes too if he got any. Hell, he helped me with the charging cord today. He was like, I got one. I was like, sweet. He gave me that. It's not long enough though, so it's hard to do anything because I got to let it charge, but it works. You know, it's kind of slow, but it works. I'm saying, like, people need help, man. These folks, you know, everything they've done is crazy, man. Like, come on, bro. I need people who behind me, man. You know, I need people who got my best intentions at heart. Like, that's the thing. Like folks like sitting there and they want to send me money and donate and act like they support and then act like they fooling me. Like, no, I can see through everything you're doing. I could see that you against me and you envious of me and you jelly. So when y'all would do that, I'm just like, thank you for the money. You know what I'm saying? Because you playing yourself. See my point? I don't know how these folks expect me so much out of me and me to do so much, but you're not gonna pay me. That don't make no sense. You can't expect anything out of me if you're not gonna back me financially. It has to come from a genuine place instead of an agenda. It may not matter to you. What I got going on may not matter to you. That's fine, then we don't need to speak, whoever. But it matters to me. You see the difference? This Batman project matters to me. My whole life is based upon this. You understand? This is my life right now. Like, my dad had to tell my basketball coach in middle school when I caught, you know, walking pneumonia, and he had to go talk to that coach and explain to him, look, this is his whole life right now. So, like, you need to, you know,
Middle school.
treat him right because you're sitting here playing games. My dad told the coach right to his face. Coach thought he was a big guy, always talking crazy, saying weird stuff. And then my dad went and checked him, checked his temperature, let him know what's up. He did the same thing in high school for me with Coach Roser down here at St. Joe. Coach Roser pulled a crazy stunt and actually did some crazy stuff. My dad went and addressed him directly. My dad stood up for me. My dad straight up told the dude what it was. My dad talked to him as a man and told him in person. He said, if you want to act like that, act that way with me. That's what my dad told him, which is the truth. It's what should have been said. Like, you're a coach, bro. What the hell are you doing, bro? You way out of line, homie. You know what I mean? There you go. That's what they do. They try to be sneaky about it down here. Like, yeah, I know how you really feel about me. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Down here, they try to act like they're your friend while they trying to mess you over. Y'all ain't my friend down here. Don't ever act like we friends. I'm friends with some people, but don't ever act like I don't know how y'all get down, bro. The Valley does not speak for everybody, bro. Y'all is on some weird stuff here. Y'all always been the same way. Unfair as hell. That's why I don't be paying no attention to you. Like, we cool, keep it cool, and keep it moving. That's it. You know what I mean? Real talk, because, yeah. So, you know, I don't know, man. We don't have to figure it out somehow, bro. We got to get funding, man, the right way. We got to get people who back this. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. Like, no, I appreciated that time. That was cool when they were like, she was doing everything she could. She was helping me. I give her credit. She was helping me. She was literally like, where do you want to go? Whatever you want to do, you can do, and you can come back here. I was happy as hell when I got to go back there. You just couldn't get your affairs straight and your business straight, and you were all over the place with your nonsense. See, if you was dealing with the right people, you wouldn't have these problems. You see what I'm saying? See, all these people, they keep acting like these people are your friends. Take Rob Rack, for example. These people online ain't his friends. These trolls in chats ain't helping you. They got you going the wrong direction. See, people like that, they don't see the people who aren't their friends and the people who could be their friends. They can't appreciate the right people. They treat the people who love them like you know what, and they treat the people who can't stand them like gold. That's y'all's problem on here. That's why y'all be trolling and coming on here, because you're backwards. That's a personal problem. I'm glad I don't have them problems, if you want me to be real, because I got enough problems. Life is hard enough, bro, much less being confused and backwards. I feel sorry for folks like you. I really do, because that's why you can't get nothing done ever. So you need people like me, because you can't do nothing. You can't do nothing with a mentality like that. Nothing. You know, that's the thing. Everybody needs, help to get started, bro. All these other people living off of each other and help. These folks on here, they live off of little donations to each other. I've witnessed it for years. For years. They'll help each other, to get on and get going a little bit. They don't really care about each other, but with money, they'll try to throw in a pot. That's what I don't understand. Like, these folks be on here, they was trying to talk to me like I'm doing everything wrong or I did something wrong. When I did everything right. I remember y'all doing everything wrong. If I didn't do everything right, I wouldn't be in this position doing everything right, winning and getting paid. I didn't say I make a whole lot of money. I said I'm still struggling and trying to get by and just doing what I can. I just told you what I'm sitting on. It ain't a whole lot. If that's a lot of money to you, I give up. Because if I had the people behind me like I used to, I could make that in a week. No joke. I need money, man. I need funds, bro. I need a woman who supports me and makes some money. I can't believe that's that hard to find on here. I truly can't, bro. That's the thing. That's why I don't open the chat. I don't have time to be interrupted and time for people on nonsense because they jelly because I have a business. I don't have time for that. I'm a grown man, bro. I'm 36. I'll be 40 in 4 years. I'm about my business. This is my life right now. This Batman thing is what I do. And I get a lot done. Okay. I need money. I need somebody to back me financially. And it don't even take that much. So these women can't run around here talking about I got money because your goal should be getting with me. What are you talking about? That's what they do. Everybody want to say something. What is say something for what? What is that? If you were raised right, you wouldn't be saying nothing but something positive backing me. I'm a man. What are you talking about?
If you were raised right,
me. You'll never come close to me. What are you talking about? Know your role and know your place. Are you serious? Sound crazy to me. Do you do what I do? No, you're not capable. What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. I've never been like that. I support women, bro. Even everything I say on here, which is the truth, I still support women 1,000%. I've never been like y'all. I don't even understand people who think like that, bro. It's so backwards. It's unreal. How you like what? You got to have love for the opposite, you know what, and for everybody, bro. You can't be running around like that and think, karma's not real. Karma's real, homie. I wish everyone well. I want to see everybody win. I ain't never been like you folks. You know what I mean? Like, what? You know very well if somebody's lying on my name. Come on, bro. Quit that fake stuff, man. Quit acting, bro. You know what I mean? That's what they do. Oh, I'm just going to go along with whatever. I can't think for myself. And I wonder why I'm in the position I'm in. I wonder why he's still succeeding, whether he's making, a little bit of money or a lot, whatever, at any time. I'm succeeding. I have a business. I'm getting paid to talk something, even if it's a couple of cents, literally. Okay. But I'm doing me. Question is, what are you doing? Because you don't have a business. Y'all need to go get a 9-to-5. Y'all got to go to trade school. Y'all got to go try to get a job and fill out a job application. I don't. I sincerely don't. And I'm pretty happy about that. And if you're not happy for me, then why would I want to talk to you? You see my point? It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy, man. It's always been crazy.
Real talk.
Let me see what I meant. Oh, we good. All right. Well, on that note, since I got 100% battery, I will talk to you later. All right. I appreciate y'all listening. Like I said, maybe some woman out there that likes me will want to back me financially and help me. That's what I need right now. All right. Pay me and help me, man. Come on. Is it that hard to ask? I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're an ex. I don't care if you're from the past. I don't care who you are.
Damn.
People act like I've made some kind of rules or something. I didn't do nothing.
He
I
is
want everyone to
begging
back
for
me.
Jenny.
I care less who you are. I don't care if you've been against me for years. You can back me financially and change, your current and what you're doing and the direction you're going and say, hey, I want to support you. Period. Make sure when you donate, you do it genuinely. I ain't trying to hear nothing. You feel me? That's what I'm saying, man. It's just crazy, homie. Like I said, let people do what they want. Everything I'm doing is gearing towards financial freedom. And I'm already kind of doing it, but I'm going to be at a whole different level with it right around the corner, little homie. So get ready for that. All right. God is going to deliver, man. I told you, I believe in God's promise. I always have, and I always will. Never doubt God. And I never doubt God ever. I believe in what God told me, and I'm always believe it. I believe in God 1,000%, 1,000,000%, infinity%, straight up. You know what I mean? And you should too. You know what I mean? All right. I'll talk to you in a minute, man. Keep it real. Much love.
Please don't talk to me in a minute. Please don't talk to me in a minute. All right. That was financial freedom. Son of a bitch. Back-to-back marathons. What the fuck did I do to deserve that? Oh, well. Fuck it. We've been all over the place today. In and out. Let's just go vagina pants. Why not? And we'll get the fuck out.
Brownsville heat got me walking down the street, ripped jeans slapping where my thighs meet. They call them vagina pants, I don't care. Ain't my fault, the wind likes to play there. Oh, lady gas, picture turns away. I just wish they mind your own day. Thread back out and clinging where it shouldn't stay. Freedom's just says, man, that's a crime. I say, nah, it's hard, just give me my wine. His cheeks go red, but his eyes drop low. Poverty sexy when it's all you show. You laughing, but your fingers graze my side. Accident, I spoke, yeah, right, nice try. Then I'm just a border, easy to cross. One touch and the whole thing's lost. Stop staring at my junk, yeah, I know it's there. Fabric's got more holes than my list of affairs. Ain't no secret what the sun's peeking through. But why you looking like you wanna to? Stop staring at my junk, yeah, I feel the heat. Your eyes burn hotter than this Texas street. Maybe rip yours too, let's make it fair. Two pairs of nothing in the midnight air.
Vagina pants. Wow, that was something. Joey's gay for pay. He's on the market right now. He's on the market for any X, which he's been crying about for a couple days. I'm just going to leave it at that. Bite my tongue here for a second. That's all I got. Another 2.5 hours. I think the other stream was 2.5 hours. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Anyway, my dog's looking at me funny style. I think I need to get some help. Anyway, appreciate y'all for hanging out and sticking around. So let's go and get. I've drank a lot of fucking beer in my lifetime, that's for sure. Many times to an excess that I'm not too proud of the fucked up shitty situations that I've managed to fist fuck my way into. I've learned a lot along the way, though. I'll share that knowledge with you if it can prevent a fucking drunken grease fire. If it doesn't, you are the fucking grease fire.